watching Jenna Ortega and all these horror movies all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista Smoke Me Out fam with all the danks and dang shit on my left. Your boy Blue.
Alcohol is more socially accepted to drink out in public than milk is. Just saying.
My far right engineering on the ones and twos, choke me out with reason for his Chronos.
I'm going to have the best week I'm probably going to forget starting tomorrow.
Hey, SF week. Let's fucking go.
Hashtag might be blackout drunk. I don't know. We'll see.
We might see Super Saiyan Drunk Blue on Friday.
It'll be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's been a long time.
I think
not just me being drunk, but as a beer week.
I haven't seen you in like a year, I think. Maybe more.
Wait,
I think it was Mr. X's wedding.
Yeah, I think that's when it was.
Yeah,
because you drove up here for it.
Yeah.
So,
for those who are unaware, because I'm gonna put Blue on blast, he is using a bourbon chaser for his bourbon. So just so you know,
I had to cut my bourbon down with more bourbon. That's how that works. So I'm drinking vanilla bourbon, and I poured more bourbon in there to cut the sweetness of the vanilla bourbon. So there you go.
I wonder if there was like a really drunk, like alcoholic, like a monk or something that cut their alcohol with holy water.
There you go. I like it.
Just saying, that's the way to go.
I wonder if they make their ice with the holy water.
Yes,
actually, wait. There's a brewery that I'm pretty sure they make their beer with holy water. So, yeah. What is it called? It's one of my favorite beers.
Is it Monks?
The Blue. God damn it! Oh, somebody's gonna. I'm glad. I don't think Patrick's in the chat.
The Blue Bayou.
It's something with a C. No, I can't remember. It's a Trappist beers. It was one of the Trappist beers.
Nice. Old Ninja, we had literally just got started. Welcome. Fucking aboard.
Yep. Guess who's back?
Chimay. God damn, there we go. Chimay. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Are we starting off with some stats, or what are we doing?
Yeah, stats are. Sorry about that. Listener of the week would be Amazing Smash. There you go. That's a great name. Just saying.
That's a pretty cool name.
That is.
I wonder if it has anything with like Smash Brothers.
Probably a porn star, you know.
Yeah,
a porn star. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Sounds erotic.
I don't think they're smashing the like buttons. I think they're, you know.
I wonder if Smash is the name of the street they lived on, or is that the name of their dog?
No, they're smashing orifices, definitely.
God dang.
All the way to the white meat. Old Ninja, what you pouring out for whomst?
Shit.
If you're ready, I know you just joined.
No. I just I'm still kind of settling, but yeah, I'm gonna pour out some of this. Some Schlitz. Last week it was King Cobra, I think. We have some Schlitz Maldicka this week. We get fancy in this week. We're gonna start off with Prodigy's boy Toby Keith.
Damn.
Star, who's released 19 studio albums, 2 Christmas albums, and 5 compilation albums.
Let's cut to the chase.
What?
And fuck him. Let's cut to the chase. This man, in 03 did a pro lynching song, Beer and Horses, something like that. Fuck this man forever.
Horses for my beers. And so what's funny to me is that he endorsed Barack Obama during his presidential campaign. He said he was the best. I lost the fucking quote, but he basically said he was the best leader and best candidate for the job.
Yeah,
but,
that's still no
for my horses.
Still no cover.
Horses. What?
Still no cover for a pro lynching song.
Yeah.
So the Beer for My Horses is actually got turned into a movie. So it's weird because the pro lynching song was about his grandfather. So
did that what's the name of that one where they introduced like blackface? What's the name of that thing? Like America, what is it called?
There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, Birth of a Nation?
Yeah, Birth of a Nation, that's it.
Which they showed in the
guess it
White
was a
House, by the
song.
way. They showed that in the White House, by the way, just in case you're wondering how fucked up America is.
Oh yeah, of course it did. Anyway, just really quickly, he used to play football for the Oklahoma Drillers. I believe the Drillers is now an XFL team.
We don't have to give them a bit.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you the lyrics of the song that
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
that we're at arms with. It's justice is one thing you should always find. You got to settle up your boys. You got to draw a hard line. When the gun smoke settles, we'll sing a victory tune. We'll meet back at. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. I read the wrong one. You sure it's a gun for my horses or something?
Fear
Yeah.
for my
Fear
horses.
for my
Posted in
horses.
the chat earlier. I could find it.
Yeah.
But it was something. Yeah, hold on. I can get the exact one. Just keep going.
Yeah, you up here? What's the name? So I'm gonna keep going while he's looking up this thing.
Oh, I found it. Sorry.
so-
Sorry. Grandpappy told my pappy back in the day, son, a man had to answer for the wicked that he done. We'll take the rope in Texas, find a tall oak tree, round up all them bad boys, hang them high in the street for all the people to see. That is a lynching.
Yep.
So,
Especially since it's from the old oak tree. That's like
Yeah.
another song.
Yep.
Oak Tree. It's another song. I mean, lynching was still involved throughout a lot, even after.
The lynching's still around.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the last lynching in San Jose was in 1933 by a mob that went into the jail, dragged him out of the jail cell, and hung two men from a tree. There's also a hanging of a Mexican woman in San Jose around the same time, in the 1930s, right off of Yerba River. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, and again, this is not somebody who did a song in the 1920s or 30s. We're talking about someone in, I think the song was from early 2000s or 03, 04.
2003, April. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
April 2003, about his grandfather who lived during that same time period.
Hold on.
I mean, his grandfather, the man died at 62. He died at 62, so his great grandfather.
Hold on.
Would have been alive during World War One.
Just
at least the end of it. So
I agree that his grandfather, sure, can be that old and all of that. That's fine. I get it. And living through that time, that's fine. I'm not disputing that. But in 03, you're making a song with really pro-lynching lyrics. That's what happened. I'm not talking about 80, 90, 100 years ago. I'm talking about 03. Like, so for me, nah, this guy told you everything about him in terms of he didn't think it was any big deal, So
he didn't think his. I mean, he talked about his grandfather telling his father about lynching not being a big deal.
Is this really the line of conversation you want to have, old ninja? I mean,
that's what the lyrics is. I'm just saying it's just kind of weird that this man, he promoted. So he promoted Barack Obama, voted for him, and then he promoted Donald Trump. So it's very strange to me.
What you keep going off on? Look, there's no disputing this because there was a whole bunch of articles. It wasn't just like some benign lyric and everybody forgot. No, there's a whole ton of articles about this. This was a big controversy. He doubled and tripled down, and it wasn't some B-side that never got released. This was a big song of his, and it was a pro-lynching song. If you're okay with that, say you're okay with it, but I'm not. Fuck this guy. Fuck him forever. In 03, not 1915, not 1932, not 1940, 2003, he had a pro-lynching song. Fuck
him. Brand new 2003.
Yeah, this guy.
What the hell? So I was looking up to see when was the last lynching in America, and this was in 2019, where this guy named DeAndre Hopkins. He lived in Columbia, Mississippi. He was found hanging from a tree on a bank of the something creek. Can't pronounce this word. And Colombian Police Chief Fred Shelton said Hopkins' death was not a homicide.
Oh,
like,
shit.
how do you?
I disagreed that it
himself?
was. I disagreed that it was 2019. I mean, in my opinion, George Floyd was lynched. So if you look up the actual definition of lynching, it has to do with an individual who has not received due process and was murdered by a mob of people.
Yep.
George Floyd was killed by what, 3 or 4 guys, and
Yeah.
meanwhile, I think it was 4 guys because one
Yeah.
guy was actually doing the actual murdering. The other 3 held him down and stopped people from helping. So yeah, he was lynched.
Yeah. And just to be really fucking clear, because I don't want to like dodge this. It's not 100% of the time, but often used as a form of racialized terrorism against black and brown people, especially black men. And there was also aspects of sexual assault that people don't like to talk about at all.
Yeah.
When you make somebody strip someone nude and cut off testicles and shit like that,
And sell
I know it's
them.
uncomfortable to talk about. Yeah, and sell them and all of that. That's also sexual assault. So it's nothing to play with. It's nothing to joke about. It's nothing to make light of in your little songs and oh hee hee. Nah, this was serious shit. It wasn't 100 years ago. It was 2003. It was a big song of his. Fuck this. Fuck him. And I'm not a country fan, and I don't care how you feel about him. Fuck this guy. Ain't no defending him.
I am with Prodigy on this. So I didn't know about, because obviously I don't listen to country music. But when he brought up the lyrics, I was like, oh yeah, I mean it's obvious lynching, so fuck him. Yeah.
All right, moving on then.
All right, move on to somebody who I know is not pro lynching. So
moving on to Carl Weathers.
Started with that.
Starting off Black History Month on a downer, Carl Weathers.
yeah, you started on lynching. Thanks, old ninja.
Yeah.
Another downer. I said Black History Month.
Yeah, but you started it with like a guy that was pro lynching.
Yeah.
So
fail.
That's not Black History Month. That's America history.
yeah, American history. Weathers he played college football for San Diego State before he played as a linebacker for the Oakland Raiders. He went undrafted in the 1970 NFL draft. After he spent 2 seasons with the Raiders, he played a year with the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League. He started acting while he was still playing football, and he started as an extra in 2 blaxploitation films, Bucktown and Friday Foster. He did some guest spots on TV like Good Times, Kung Fu, and Starsky and Hutch. Soon after, he got the role as Apollo Creed in the movie Rocky, an iconic role, and would go on to reprise the role 3 more times. He would go on to star in action movies such as Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Action Jackson. He would continue to do acting in the cult comedy Happy Gilmore as Chubbs, and he would reprise a role in Little Nicky. In 2004, he went on to star in the TV series Arrested Development. He did the voice acting for the games Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. He appears in the Fox TV show Brothers as the dad of the actors Daryl Mitchell and Michael Strahan. He's the voice of Omnitraxis Prime in Star versus the Forces of Evil. Most recently, he had a recurring role as
It's a great show, by the way. Just saying. I used to watch it with my oldest all the time.
He had a brief role as Grief Karga on Disney Plus's The Mandalorian and directed a few episodes, including the return of Ahmed Best as a Jedi. He has been nominated for an Emmy for Best Guest Actor on that show. He died at his home in LA at the age of 76. No cause of death was given.
They said he passed
Also,
away. Go ahead.
Just FYI, he isn't the guy that was in Ghostbusters. That was Earl.
That's Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, he was on the podcast.
Confused, which we had on the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah.
We don't all look alike.
No, and especially like physically, like Carl Weathers is a very yoked guy. He's basically a goddamn bodybuilder. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you brought up blaxploitation films because there's actually a movie I was watching the other day that was actually really good that covers blaxploitation films. It's called Is That Black Enough for You? And it's on Netflix. I haven't finished the whole thing yet, but it's great. Yeah.
For half a second, I thought you were going to say Black Dynamite. I'm like,
no. But
You know
yes,
what would have been cool? Or sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Just
just
like,
if
finish
you
your
want
train of
to,
thought of me.
if you want to like see the history of blaxploitation films and just black representation in cinema, definitely check that one out because they have a lot of really good, older and more current. Because it goes from like, Lawrence Fishburne, Whoopi Goldberg, Billy D. Williams to like Zendaya, giving their
Yeah.
thoughts upon the whole diaspora of like black films in America, and it's really well done, I think. So
I loved it. Yeah, no, I completely agree. But Carl Weathers was a fucking icon. Apollo Creed, man, like you can't get more iconic than that. Like we still use gifs of him today, running on the beach with fucking Rocky, training that fucking bro ass fucking high five handshake thing. Like this guy was the fucking man, and
the handshake thing was from Predator.
yeah, true.
yeah.
But
it's also, I think it was an arm wrestle, but I'm just saying it was a mid-air arm wrestle.
yeah,
No, they like came together. It's like, oh, you son of a bee, and just like came up and like just did that power grip of a handshake.
Who's got more steroids, me or you?
Yeah, me or you.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was thinking. I mean, this probably would never come to fruition since we lost Carl Weathers. It would be cool to see like in Black Dynamite 2, if they ever were to make one, have Carl Weathers be Black Dynamite's father and have him like find out who his father is and just see the interaction between those two. Oh man, that would have been fucking epic.
Would have been.
Yeah.
We need another Black Dynamite.
Hey, I'm just glad that he was in those Rocky and Predator movies, man, back in the day, and even Action Jackson was fucking solid as fuck. I haven't seen it.
Action Jackson is literally a throwback to blaxploitation, 100%.
Yeah.
It is literally that movie came out in 88, 89. It was like a throwback to blaxploitation, like 100%. It got Vanity up in there. You got Craig T. Nelson, the coach, as the bad guy. He's literally pouring drugs into Vanity's veins, and he like leaves her there to like trip. It's hella crazy.
Sharon Stone's in it.
Sharon
Back to the Future.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in it. And then like I was watching, I don't know if it was the Breakfast Club, but it was like another like podcast or talk show. They made an astounding point that the Rocky movies do not work without Apollo Creed. Like the most successful Rocky movies have Apollo in them. After Apollo's gone, those movies tank. And then like
the one with Mr. T didn't help.
The one Apollo's in
Paul Creed's in it. Yeah.
Shit. I just remember Mr. T being in one. I don't remember the full story.
So in Rocky 3, when Rocky loses to Clubber Lang, it is Apollo Creed who whoops fucking Rocky's ass into shape to get him to fight. He trains him literally in a new technique to get him to beat Clubber Lang. And then he dies in part 4. Part 4 was a polarizing moment where Rocky's supposed to throw in the towel to throw in the fight, and he doesn't, and Apollo dies.
Well, hey, shout out to Clubber Lang because he went off on fucking Rocky as a fucking, like, he just ripped him a new asshole. Like, talk shit about his wife, talk shit about his training. Like, I love going back and seeing Mr. T just at that press conference talking all kind of disrespectful shit to Rocky. That was my favorite shit.
I think they're the best one, or the best, aka worst one, is I think at the I don't know if it's a press conference, but it looks like they're at the burial or whatnot, or they're like it's like one of the old trainer dies, and he and Clubber Lang shows up, and he's like, he talks directly to Rocky's wife. He's like, why don't you come over to my apartment? I'll show you how a real man gets down. And like, she's like, you want to fight? Because like Rocky didn't want to fight him. But once he goes after the wife, he's like, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight. He's like, yeah, come on with me. Come to me.
You know that?
Like, God dang.
I feel like that they kind of took that scene for what happened with Ali and another fighter, because Ali didn't want to fight some. Oh no, I think Ali wanted to fight somebody, but the other person didn't want to fight, and so Ali assaulted the guy. Like he said bad stuff about the guy's wife or something like that. He said something mean, and the guy was like, "All right, you want to fight? We're gonna fight." Then they ended up having a fight. I can't remember who it was, but I remember that Ali had a story similar to that, and I wonder if they got that idea from that.
I mean, Muhammad Ali was like, he was a shit talker extraordinaire. So
he was,
100%. So I'm not surprised with it at all. I'm pretty sure that's probably where they got it from. And then the point where the movies where Apollo is not in them. So I think Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa, they don't do very good. But then when Creed is all about Apollo's illegitimate son, and those movies caught major fire. We've gotten 3 fucking Creed movies, and with the 4th one on the way.
I need to watch
I still haven't
the
seen
more
one of
recent
them.
ones.
Creed.
The first one was really good. I
Was it?
need to watch the rest. Anyway, hold on. Black Panther in the chat. He said that Clubber Lang did nothing wrong.
Ooh, I like it.
Damn.
Spicy.
Damn.
That's a Griffith take right there. Or Griffin.
I
What
like
is it?
it.
Griffith?
Fuck
man.
Griffin. He did everything
Yeah, it's
wrong.
Griffith's
Fuck
take.
that little twink. Fuck his ass. Anyway, yeah, Black Panther. He said that might have been Sonny Liston that Muhammad Ali was talking shit to about his wife. That sounds very plausible to me. I mean, but then again, it could have been anybody. To be honest. God damn.
Thank you for fact checking that.
Yeah. So, but he put a question mark to it. He's not. But it sounds pretty plausible to me.
I mean, I'll look up and see.
Also, if you're black and in the 80s or 90s ever lifted any fucking weight, you know goddamn well you wanted to look like fucking Apollo Creed. You know it.
Or either that or who's the other guy? There's a couple of others. Well, I mean, a lot of people think you're probably going to be a wrestler because Junkyard Dog, he was pretty popular back then. And of course, Mr.
Junkyard
T.
Dog.
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
him.
he was a wrestler.
Mr. T. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
I
T.
mean,
He
I
had
think-
all the gold, and he was huge back then. He's not now, but he was
I
huge.
feel
Yeah,
like-
because he got sick.
I felt
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
he was
sick, but I
fat
mean,
back
he's still
then.
with us. So
You thought who was fat back then?
Mr. T.
No.
you thought, no, did you not watch the 18? You didn't watch,
I did watch 18, but I remember
yeah,
I don't
he
know
was
for some reason I
swole.
remember
He
him
was-
being like fat.
B.A.
Not like
Baracus.
swole as
fat.
fuck.
I remember him having like a dad bod or some shit like that.
No,
So-
no, he was knocking fools
He had
out. I
arms,
picked the
but-
fools.
Mr. T was never, to me, as like body fat cut as Apollo, but
Hmm.
he was always super fucking strong.
He's always swole. I mean, shit, the dude had his own cartoon series
Sure did, and his own cereal. I remember that
and
shit.
his own cereal.
I-
Are you right about that?
All I remember is the movie they had the Be Somebody. Be somebody. I know the one about your mother. Remember that one? The song that he did? Where the guys
yeah,
are like,
yeah.
pointing at each other and he's like talking
Nope.
about his mother. He's all, don't talk about somebody's mother. And then he goes on like a long song about it.
Meanwhile,
Good
Clever
Lord.
talking about Adrian.
Yeah, it was right to Rocky's face too. It's all bad. But yeah, Apollo Creed, like you said, the
My
Rocky movies
mother
don't work
is
without
the
Apollo
mother.
Creed. They make no sense without. Well, not that they don't make sense. Is they don't have the emotional impact without Apollo Creed. Like it's as if you could say, even though Apollo was like his first major like rival, Apollo made Rocky.
Yeah,
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Without Apollo, there is no Rocky. That's cut and dry. I see very little debate room in that. Very little.
completely true. Completely true. All right. Anybody else? No more.
We didn't even talk about Predator. I mean, Predator is still trying to relive that golden era that they had, where like every dude in that film was swole as fuck, except for like the Doc. Everybody was swole as fuck, including Dylan, who was played by Carl Weathers. So, and then I mean, in Star Wars, I mean, he's the Mandalorian. Everybody loves him. Especially the episode with Ahmad Best. I mean, that's his episode where technically Ahmad Best is quote unquote redeemed, even though I don't think he needed redemption. He just needed the fan base to really forgive him for what they did.
You got to be honest. It's like,
They need to say I'm sorry to him for what they did to him.
yeah, because it wasn't his fault. He
Yeah,
played
definitely was. I
a
misspoke.
role.
It was not his fault what he did. He was paid to do something. He did it. It was not received well, and the fans went fucking apeshit.
Because it's like literally 20 plus years ago. Tell folks what his role was.
Oh, so originally, if you're a kid, probably back then, you're probably 25 now. Back then, he played Jar Jar Binks. Most famously, he was the no motion capture. He literally was in a rubber suit as Jar Jar Binks, hopping around on the set and whatnot. It was not received well. He got a George Lucas as well as Ahmad Best got a lot of flack to the point where Ahmad Best considered unaliving himself. And he was like on the point of doing it. It wasn't until the birth of his son that prevented it, like really turned a 180. And Lucasfilm still worked with him then. He hosts, I don't know, a lot of people know, there's a kid show where he's a Jedi, where he hosts, it's basically Temple Run, but it's like for Star Wars, and it's like a competition for kids, and he hosts it, and everybody loves him. And then they use that same character, brought it into Star Wars lore during the basically Revenge of the Sith era, and he's got a badass robe. He uses dual lightsabers. Everyone loves that fucking episode, especially Ahmad Best coming in and fucking clone troopers up. It's a really good episode. One of the best up there, probably.
What's it?
One of the most favorite ones by the fan base.
He was in the scene where with the younglings, right? Where I think was it Ahsoka that it was in or something like that. They show like the younglings and he like save Yoda, Baby Yoda.
He saves Grogu, aka Baby Yoda. He literally takes him off. He literally cuts everybody down. He takes Baby Yoda and flies him off of like probably to a spaceport to get off of Coruscant. So
and
that's how he escaped.
Real quick, before episode 1, like obviously with the OG trilogy, pretty much I don't remember any one singular character catching so much heat or hatred that like the actor was literally getting death threats. Like that's something that was new.
No.
You didn't even see this. You didn't even see the guy's face.
I'm sorry, you disagreeing or agreeing?
Yes, I 100% disagree.
Okay,
if you've seen Empire Strikes Back, the man that basically betrays the team is Billy D. Williams, and he recently went back and was like, "Hey, he got a lot of hate mail, a lot of stuff in public, where people were in his face about what he did to Han Solo." And he this is more. I mean, it happened. He talked about it back then, but he revisited literally like a week and a half ago, and like a lot of people were like apologizing now. They're like, on behalf of the fan base, we're sorry. Like those people, like a lot of those people are their parents. Like we apologize for our parents or grandparents or whatever. Like we're bad. A lot of stuff was coming to his support, but he goes into detail like him just being out in public and people getting in his face about Star Wars.
I think it's funny that Lando didn't just like betray fuck, this thing just slipped my mind.
Han Solo.
Han Solo. He didn't just betray him. He actually took his clothes too and flew around in his ship.
Well, I mean,
to be honest, his girl on the side.
He tried to slide into his girl's DMs when he first meets her. So yes, but we find out that ship is actually his ship. So how do we know those clothes aren't his?
Proof.
He thought, "Hey, baby, you want some Coke 45?"
Man, he sure did. He's like, "I'm the administrator of this. Come, let me get you this Coke 45."
I got a whole fucking planet, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I'm looking up like a list of like actors that received death threats, and it's like it's a very long list.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a very long
it gotta
list.
be like the non crazy death threats. It's gotta be like because of the roles.
Well, I'm sorry, a death threat, especially for playing a character, is going to be crazy regardless.
Joffrey got a whole bunch from.
Yeah,
and he's a kid. Oh, you know who else? You know who was even younger and is also in Star Wars was Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd got a lot of hatred and
that's a kid that played.
He played Anakin as a boy.
Anakin, right?
Oh yeah.
He got a lot of hate mail and fucking social media fucking curses.
But that was in the same episode 1 though.
The same movie. Yeah, same movie.
It was the Asian girl too from the 6th one or 7th one.
Yeah, from The Last Jedi. A lot of people. Well,
that one,
Daisy Ridley and Marie Tran. They both got a lot of fucking hate. Like so much hate that they left social media.
Hey, never forget the Lucasfilm Disney decided that John Boyega was just too black to be on any posters for Star Wars.
For the Asian markets, yes.
Yeah. For Asia, they were just like, nah.
There's a movie called Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn and a bunch of other people.
I love that movie.
Yeah, they had the poster in like Asian countries.
Phase on Love, he had to be removed.
He had to be removed from it.
And the girlfriend. I think she was a girlfriend. They both had to be removed from the poster for the Asian market.
Crazy. I wonder if Pacific Rim.
It was at their request as well. Like the studios out there that were distributing it, they say you got to take them off.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not putting it out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like recent people that received death threats. Like Elliot Page was one, like a lot. formerly
What the fuck for what?
for transitioning, formerly Ellen Page.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a bunch of death threats after it, which is not surprising given this comment that we're in. There's a ton.
Is Zendaya on that list?
A lot of
for
folks from
portraying
who?
Mary J. Zendaya, is she on that list for portraying MJ?
Mary Jane.
Spider-Man?
No, but there's a lot of folks. There's a lot of folks from 13 Reasons Why, and a lot of folks from The Walking Dead.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of folks.
Go. Like, yeah, I get it.
Selena Gomez
we're-
too. Selena Gomez from like dating Justin Bieber, just crazy.
Oh, that's
About that, yeah. All those little, they're probably Swifties now, but back then they hated
What?
that. They didn't want Justin Bieber to touch nobody.
Yeah, well, it
All
happened.
bad. All bad. Damn, we are terrible creatures on this.
Yeah.
We sure are.
welcome to Black History Month.
Oh, no,
quick,
we haven't touched on none of that.
happy late birthday to Rosa Parks if she was alive. Yeah, her birthday was February 4th. Just for anybody out there who didn't know that.
So
I didn't know that until today.
not necessarily a Black History Month thing, but happy birthday or a belated birthday, because last Wednesday was Gian from
The something cast.
what the hell, no. Daniel Gian talk shit. Well, even though it doesn't say talk shit, it's just like TS, whatever. But it was Gian's birthday. Happy birthday to him. We fucked with him heavy. We usually link up with him every time we're at cons. He just pops up out of nowhere. When he comes to the Bay, I try to make it like I go out of my way to try to go see him and support his business. So
He's good. Very good.
I actually bought some pretty good. I bought some stuff from his business. He actually tries to hook me up, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm here to support you. Like, just sell it to me. I make sure I buy actual equipment from him and his partner. So it works out every time. And I've gotten some really cool shit. I got a really cool fucking. Am I wearing? I'm probably not, but I got a really cool like fucking Grogu shirt. It's actually pretty awesome.
I thought you were gonna like bust out like a leotard or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to show you something? I can bust out something that you guys probably didn't notice. Is my hoodie?
What?
Oh shit! It's
I'm Gur.
Gur. I was gonna say Jake at first.
No,
Jake from
no.
Adventure Time.
Gurf from Invader Zim.
Yeah.
See, we got a tail. It's kind of funny. It's like a little short tail.
I love it. That's good shit. All right.
Wow, we went on a tangent there.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good tangent. Though.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
was fun.
folks be listening. You know what I mean?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Go ahead, Kronos. You were going to talk about Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, I can talk about Suicide Squad for a minute because I know that it's gotten obviously not great reviews. It's kind of at this point, I don't know what the Metacritic reviews are, but I'm pretty sure it's probably around 5. I would say like 5 out of 10. And I could totally understand now why. Let me look it up real quick. Metacritic, and it is sitting at 59%. Yeah, which is, I mean, honestly, it's not surprising, but like this game is it's kind of sad because there's a lot that goes right, but then there's like an equal amount that goes wrong in the game, and so it just like negates, like they both cancel each other out. It's fucking crazy. So let me tell you like the pros first that I have for this game. So because there's like there are a lot of good things. The character models for pretty much everybody is fucking amazing. Like Harley Quinn looks really great in particular, and so does Captain Boomerang. They did like a lot of really good attention to detail on like their facial features and their mannerisms, and just they look fantastic. The other two, shit. Let's had a fucking brain fart here. It wasn't I almost said Deathstroke?
Deadshot?
No, because they kept making fun of like he's not Deathstroke, but yeah, it's Deadshot. So Deadshot, he's a really good character model too. He actually has two different colored eyes, which you don't notice at first, and then like I kept like noticing like what the fuck is going on here, and then like his backstory they talk about all the time with like his family and stuff. Really cool. The story is actually really good. I was kind of surprised about that. If you're a fan of like Injustice, then you're probably gonna like this because it's kind of like along the same sort of lines, except it's Brainiac that's like kind of controlling things.
King Shark is a shark.
Yeah, King Shark is a shark, and he's actually funny because he's both dumb and really thoughtful at the same time, which is like really weird. but it's kind of funny like how much he knows or doesn't know. Another thing that's really cool about this game is there's like this whole Doom mechanic of like the more modern Doom games of where aggression is rewarded. So if you try to play this game like passively, or you want to try to find cover, or kind of get people from afar, you can get it from afar, but you need to like get in there and like put in fucking work. And if you do that, you're rewarded. They have this thing called the shield harvesting mechanic, which is where if you shoot somebody like not in a critical spot, like in the legs or something like that, like they'll glow blue. And if you melee them, and your melee attacks are like pretty much everybody in the game, you get hit from like a really far away with a melee attack. You get your shields back. So in this game, your shields don't regenerate. So if you play more aggressively and you keep doing like the shield harvesting, like you can also get overshields. So if you keep doing that, you can overshield and like you're gonna last for a long time. I thought that was like a really cool mechanic. It's the same thing in Doom where you just go in there, you kick a lot of ass, and you just start ripping and tearing, and you keep getting your life back. And so that's a really cool mechanic. And the traversing the environment is really neat, especially because every single character in the game traverses the environment differently. Captain Boomerang uses his boomerang has a Speed Force like thing on it, so where he throws it, and wherever he throws it, he can like use a Speed Force and like go to where his boomerang is, which is dope. Especially like when you're, I'm not like perfect with it yet, but when you're in like a battle and you know how to use like the boomerang and traverse using the boomerang, you're basically like the fucking Flash with a shotgun, and you can like fuck a lot of shit up.
That kind of makes me think of Naruto when he uses when his dad uses
the shuriken,
his special move. Yeah, he throws shuriken and he can teleport to where it was or where it is.
Yeah, it is just like that. Harley Quinn, she has a bat pod that she can basically. She's kind of like Spider-Man because she like the bat pod's always around her. So when she jumps, she can like grapple hook to it with a bat hook, or what do they call it? It's the bat hook, right?
Batarang.
Yeah. All right. What do they call it?
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
Yeah.
It's bad everything.
It's battery.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not right.
So you can like use that to like traverse, and then when she needs to like run up buildings, like she just holds on to like the bat pod, and she can go up like buildings and shit like that. Dead shot. I keep saying, almost want to say Deathstroke every time because they make jokes about it in the game. He has like this shitty like jetpack, which is kind of funny. You have to cool it down after a while when you're like traversing. But he can also hover, and like, which is great if you're a sniper, because you can hover in the air and just like snipe around. But you got to be aggressive with it. So, and then King Shark, he just jumps, like, and he can jump super high and super far. And he can also like kind of sort of swim in the air if you want to like get further in the game. And all the characters have ways of like extending out like their jump ability, so you can traverse the environment from top like a lot better. So the cons are like one of the main issues that I have with the game is the mission structure disjoints the gameplay. So when you're playing the game, like you'll play a mission, and then when you're done with the mission, like there's like a mission completed screen. Keep in mind, this is a fucking open world game, okay? It's an open world game, but when you beat a mission, like the whole game stops. You have to like go through like this whole mission completed thing on the screen, and then get like your rewards, and then it kicks you back out into the game. And then like after it kicks you back out into the game, like there's usually like some dialogue, but you can't move around very fast. Like it slows everything down where you can't traverse anymore until like the dialogue is done to talk about the mission you just beat or the next mission you're gonna do, or like to do whatever the fuck you're gonna do next. And so it like really like segments the game from like you're having fun, and then it just kind of stops, and you got to listen to some bullshit. It's not, I mean, I don't want to say bullshit because like usually it's like kind of funny, but the fact that you can't do anything until like you go through this step, every fucking mission is annoying as fuck. Like it's really annoying. I don't know why. It's just not needed. Like you should just beat a mission, and they do like the stupid call or whatever with Amanda Waller or whoever in real time. You can still like, you should still be able to like traverse, the area.
Like Spider-Man is a really good example of where like if you receive a phone call from like the chief of police or something like that, like you're still web slinging, you're just kind of listening to the call. And it sounds like with this game, your character is basically just walking around while this voicemail is going on in the background or whatever.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. Yeah, because in Spider-Man, you just like you said, you just go do what you want to do next, and then you figure out your next mission next. Um, the single player game will boot you out if you lose the internet connection or if the WB servers go down. That happened to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I wasn't playing with nobody, and it was like, "Oh, can't connect. Oh, can't play the game no more." I'm just like, I'm playing single player. Like, why the fuck do I need to have the online service thing? Like, they need to stop that. Like, it's other games do this. It's a terrible trend, and it's also it's a trend that is almost if anything, it punishes people that don't have a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like you've already saved up like a lot of money, probably like way outside your means to like buy these very expensive consoles and very expensive games, and then you're going to require them to pay for an internet service on top of that for a game that is clearly single player capable. This is fucking bullshit. Like they need to just stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Destiny does that shit too. Because if you lose connection, it kicks you to like the title screen, and it won't let you back into the game till you reestablish connection.
Yeah, but I mean, but to be fair though, Destiny is sold as like an MMORPG.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Killer Frost in the chat said, also the missions with restrictions where a certain attack can only damage enemies.
Yeah,
he hates that so much.
I'm gonna get into that, Killer Frost. I'm glad you brought that up because that's another thing, which I'll get into. Actually, I'll do it now. So the missions so far are like very repetitive, and it's like and they can't kind of they're fun kind of the first time or the second time, but I can already see like I'm already like okay, like it's what he's saying. These are like kind of the most annoying missions where you have to find these stupid like crawling things, shoot them to like get amped up, and then with that power, then you can like kill things, and those are like the quote unquote points or whatever that you need to like to beat the level. Or there's missions where you need to like grab hostages or whatever, put them in like this little tiny. You have to shrink them down, put them in this little tiny ball, and then basically that's what you gotta do, and then bring them back to like wherever. And it's like okay, but you can't keep doing that over and over again because we can clearly see like this is like a repetitive thing, and it's just it doesn't need to be. I can understand like once or twice, but not like multiple times. Like nobody wants to do that multiple times.
With the Batman Arkham games, like a lot of the like crimes that would happen in the middle of the city, they were very repetitive, but they were always so much fun just because you're going around fucking breaking people's faces and shit, and then like you grapple away or something.
Yes. So this is the other super major issue with the game, is that the reason why the game isn't great or even good, the reason why it's just kind of okay, is because the way they design the game, it has forced everybody to play the same kind of way. There's no in Doom, the reason why Doom is dope is because you have like basically like a self like contained arena where you go around and you fuck shit up, and then you go to the next one, you fuck shit up, and they're all kind of different. Okay, in this game, when you face any enemy in the game, it ends up being a rooftop battle unless there's a tank, which are kind of annoying. But unless there's a tank, any like enemy that can move around, they immediately when you see them, they go to the rooftops, and then it's a rooftop battle. Wow. And it's just like there's no. So in the Batman Arkham games, there are so many like little like Doom like arenas where actually I guess it's pre-Doom, so you have to like go through the air ducts, you have to like pre-charge, you have to like get to perches, you have to use stealth, or you can just go loud or whatever, but they're still little self-contained arenas. In this game, because every single time you start fighting anything, they all immediately climb up to like the nearest rooftop, and you have to get to the rooftops, and it's just like it's cool, like it's a cool mechanic, but it's not cool if you have to do that every single fucking time.
That's weird, man. Could you imagine like you're about to fight somebody? It's like, oh man, we need to fight up on the roof.
Yeah, like
and like that,
and especially like depending on the character, because like you're incentivized to play as certain characters in the game because they'll say like this person to go to this mission, like you'll have bonuses with this character, which is in the beginning of the game it's great because you have to learn how to play with all the characters, which is fine. Yeah. But then later on in the game, like you might not want to like say the Captain Boomerang mechanic or the King Shark mechanic of like traversing. And so like when you're on rooftops and you happen to fall off a rooftop, you're like, fuck, I gotta get back up there. Like it's not hard, but it depends on like the way you want to play. Like with Harley
Yeah.
Quinn, it's kind of a pain in the ass to like get back up there because like her mechanic of using like the bat pod thing and then like grappling hooking to it, you can only grappling hook onto it like once, and then you have to like do something else, and then you can go to it again. You know, and it's not great, which is fine for like some people, but that's not my jam. But again, like her gameplay, like the way that she uses pistols and bombs and shit like that, it's fun as shit. But if you happen to fall far away from like everybody, getting back there fucking sucks.
That's. I just want to really quickly say, remember when the Arkham games were in their fucking bag and we're getting like literally 9 9s and 8 high 8s and shit. Like you just knew that an Arkham game was not every single time. There was a couple duds in there, but for the most part, that franchise was just hit after hit. You know,
Couple duds. It's mainly just one real dud.
yeah.
I liked them all.
That wasn't even
The
done by
only-
Rockstar.
Yeah, the only one. Yeah, the
Arkham
one that
City, I
was not
think.
done by. Yeah, it was Arkham Origins. Arkham City was Rocksteady.
That's right.
But a lot of people. So the biggest issue, the people I noticed that did not like Arkham Knight, the reason why they didn't like it is because of the tank or the Batmobile.
I like the
They didn't
tank.
like the Batmobile.
I loved it.
I like the take too.
I wasn't tank, dude. I was blowing people the fuck up. I can strafe and shit. I was fucking
Once you
popping people. The best thing.
once you understood the
to
mechanics
me-
of it, it became good.
Yeah, the
That
best
took a
thing
while
for
to get
me
used to.
is like you're using non-lethal rounds to shoot people in the face, and you watch them like you shoot them with gas canisters, and you literally hit them in the face. Their whole body would just flip over. Sometimes they get hit in the back, and they just like they fall and roll. Like the best
Nope.
is hitting them in the face. Just watch their whole body go. Their legs just go over their heads. I was like, oh, that's great. I got a headshot with that one. But they wouldn't be dead. They'd just be hit so hard they get knocked out. It was great.
The other
Maybe
thing,
that's in the combat in the fucking freezing code.
Yeah, fucking,
Yeah, they're gonna survive that.
yeah.
The
I'll
other thing-
survive.
fact check. I was looking this up earlier. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but it looks like these Metacritic reviews are slightly lower than the Avengers game from 3-4 years ago. And
I mean,
that's
well, I mean,
I-
it could be.
I
Yeah,
feel that-
you look it up.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I can just look it up right
the
now.
problem is with the game though is that like there's like a lot of like the bones of the game are good, like they really are, but the problem is they just made certain decisions to where they could have like really been more creative with like a lot of stuff, but I don't know if they ran out of time or just somebody didn't like get their vision done, because I know there's like after you beat the game, I know there's end game content, and I know that they're gonna have other characters released. Like I know the Joker is gonna be one of them, a playable character that you can use
For
which-
free. By the
yeah,
way.
which is gonna be he looked pretty cool to like play as, but it's like if they could only just like add in more of a variety of gameplay, and this is the problem. So I think what they thought was like, so if you look at Spider-Man, okay, like Spider-Man games, when you play the game, there's like a lot of like the side stuff is repetitive.
Mhm.
But the thing is, it's just side stuff, right? It's not the main game. The problem with this game is that the main game has a lot of repetitive shit that you don't necessarily want to do. And like if all the things except for like boss battles, which so far I've done like 2, and they're decent, like they're pretty good, because they're the ones I played so far are different, and the actual story that goes around those things are fucking great. Seeing like Wonder Woman in the game is awesome. Seeing the Flash be a straight up like evil Flash is fucking terrifying.
Mhm.
And so is evil fucking Green Lantern and evil fucking everybody. They're terrifying characters. And then like the Justice League, or I'm sorry, the Suicide Squad, they're hilariously inept at shit. Like I'll give you like one. This is like sort of later on in the game, but it's not a late game. But this is just funny. So there's like a part in the game to where like they find this thing to where like Captain Boomerang finds it and he touches it and he's frozen in place. And then King Shark is like, "Why aren't you moving?" And then he goes to reach out, and then Deadshot was like, no, don't touch him. And as he tries to stop him, they both touch Captain Boomerang, so they're both stuck. And then Harley Quinn is like, oh, or they can still talk, and it's like, don't touch us, Harley. You're gonna get stuck. And it's just looking at Deadshot's ass. And she's like, oh, I gotta touch it. So she grabs his ass with both hands, and then she's stuck. It's like shit like that. It's fucking hilarious. And like just the story overall is like, it's well written and well like played out, but when you're stuck in like this kind of humdrum, mediocre, I gotta give you like the same bullshit every single time, and it's not in the normal enemy variety is not that deep, and that's another issue. So,
like I know right now you can basically watch all the cutscenes on YouTube right now, and it's like a good 3.5 hours long worth of video footage.
I mean, but then again, I feel like every game is roughly about that, except for maybe in Modern Warfare. It's like an hour of cutscenes, if that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess the question is, are you having fun with this game, or are you just like
for me, it's still fun. Like I still have fun. The core gameplay is still fun because even though you're on rooftops, there's like a lot of things in the game to where it forces you to like kind of mix things up. For instance, like if I'm getting like shot up, I have to like get in close and like replenish my shields by like shooting somebody in the leg, and then getting my shields regen. And then there's like these snipers or other like things that are around you that can kind of snipe you from far away, and it'll tell you like with a marker. You have to like face towards them and kind of stop them from doing it. And like you get like a lot of damage off of it. And there's like a lot of other mechanics that are really good. And the fact that they have like different kinds of weapons in the game is really good, because I know some people, it was on Twitter, like somebody said that Captain Boomerang doesn't use his boomerang. I'm like, yes, he does. Like I knew that from like what I saw. And like basically all the characters can use any kind of weapon. So from that aspect, obviously they're better at certain weapons than others, but from that aspect, it's kind of like Borderlands. So like they have like these kind of, it's not as many weapons, I'm pretty sure, but they have like a pretty wide variety of weapons of like SMGs, pistols, sniper rifles, chain guns, and it's probably like another one too that I'm missing. Did I say handguns? I think it's 5.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay.
Assault rifles?
Assault rifles, that's the other one. There we go.
And shotties.
I said shotguns earlier. Yeah. And there is elemental damage. I picked up one today, and I know there's other ones. So, and it's really cool. And they have ones that are like I got one that's like the black mask like sniper rifle that is pretty cool, because like when you shoot them with like this gun, like a skull comes over like their body, and I forget what it does. I need to look it up because I didn't even know it did it until I shot somebody. I was like, oh, that's cool. And you can modify them, like you can craft weapons and shit like that. You have shields. You have the melee weapons. There's like a lot of stuff that's in there. Like that's why I said like the bones are good, but they just got caught with like they missed the real core fun factor, which is like a really huge miss. Like I don't know, especially when IGN did a really good like preview of the game where they kind of had some of the same issues that I had, not all of them, but where they were saying how just they weren't having fun with the game, and now I see why. But I think for some people they're still going to have fun with the game, and it's still enjoyable. It's hard for me to recommend because I can totally see why somebody, if I recommended the game, you would play and be like, fuck it, this game is trash because of the things I already said, because yeah. So that's why I can't recommend the game.
So it, to me, and I appreciate this is a thorough review, and I hope people are paying attention, especially people who are possibly on the fence about getting it because it's a brand new game that came out. I hope that if their sales aren't as strong as they would have liked, which probably is the case, but I don't know definitively, they really reconsider a $70 price point. Because I mean, if people are similar to Chronos and don't necessarily think this is worth the full price right now, given some of the negatives, then maybe it should be one of those things where either people wait or see if there's some kind of discount.
Well, let me answer a question from the chat. Patrick just asked, how does the voice work? Kevin Conroy's Batman. Fantastic. I mean, he pulls in a solid the voice acting in the game is fantastic. I mean, I think it's Tara Strong voices Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn? Damn.
Fantastic job. All the voice acting so far has been like, it's been great. That's another thing that's like the huge plus is like the actual story is compelling and really well done. It's fucking funny. It's tragic. It's terrifying. Seeing like the heroes turn bad because they go bad, not just like a little bit. Like you got fucking the Flash pulling out internal organs. So yeah.
Can I ask this though? And I haven't played it, but is this one of those situations where Brainiac has a fake Justice League?
No, it's where he took over the Justice League.
But like, is it the Justice League that we all know of?
Yes.
Or is it a Brainiac multiverse Justice League?
I mean, if it's so far it seems to be the real Justice League. If it's the multiversal Justice League, then the other heroes went away. So except for Wonder Woman. And I know, and even the Flash, which is a slight spoiler, the Flash in the beginning of the game is fine. And then after a certain point, he's not fine. Wonder Woman so far is still good. But when you start the game, Batman and Green Lantern are 100% Brainiac. And there's a part where you have to like try and face Batman. That shit's fucking terrifying. You don't want to go up against Batman in the dark, in an enclosed area. So
ever.
Yeah.
That's true Prometheus, I guess.
Yeah.
That's all bad.
So another question for you, Cronus. Have you played this multiplayer? Have you played with other people?
No, I have not, but I know that you can basically go wherever you want if you're playing multiplayer. So
you can split up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I still plan on getting the game. I was gonna go get it today, even though just despite slight fucking project again. Because we bought the Avengers. I don't know if you still have yours, but I bought the Avengers.
I didn't buy the Avengers. No.
You didn't buy the Avengers? Well,
no.
I mean, it's on Game Pass and PSN.
I bought Gotham Knights, which is I think Gotham Knights is more enjoyable than overall.
Wow. So I'm having it. So for me, Gotham Knights. I mean, we've talked about it before, but I'm having a blast with Gotham Knights. But
it's a good game.
I'm playing with other people.
Yeah.
So it's very different. It's a whole different experience playing with someone else when you're doing it solo. When I'm playing with another person, stealth becomes a different level of stealth. Like you have to coordinate your attacks with someone else. So that's a whole different new play style now. This one is supposed to be 4-player co-op.
And there's zero stealth.
I figured. Well, yeah, there's a Suicide Squad. They're not. I don't see stealth in that at all. But I can imagine the play style would change with 4 people.
Yeah,
Wait, are we gonna get? Oh, sorry.
So when you're playing the game single player, like I'm doing, the other characters are played as the CPU, and they do a pretty good job. So like, what's kind of weird is like it still plays like a multiplayer game when you're playing single player, because you can see like when somebody's attacking a character. You can see it because like when somebody's getting attacked, the icon of the enemy will show like which Suicide Squad member is attacking them, and then they'll even say there's audio cues of like, oh, I'm going to help out, King Shark, fight this dude or whatever, or oh, you did a great job, fucking Deadshot. So yeah.
Can you jump between characters? Like
yes.
say like you're playing with Harley Quinn and then jump over to King Shark, who's a shark.
I got the real $1 million.
The bottom pounder. What? Bottom.
Yeah.
What is it?
And bottom line question: is King Shark in this game like bi or gay for teen? Like, do they lean in on that?
They do.
Or bottom?
They did.
Bottom.
Yes, they did. Today I played today, and there's a really funny like back and forth between him and Captain Boomerang in the dark. So yeah.
Oh my god.
He was asking him about his handles.
Oh man,
because I was not ready for King Shark bragging about how like he was bottoming out for fucking
John Constantine.
What? And what's funny about this is that I saw articles about people are mad that Suicide Squad went woke. I'm like, okay, so do you not read any of these characters? If so, one of them is like. One of them is so bi, it's mainstream. I can understand if you don't know about King Shark. But
Yeah.
you know, if you don't know about Ivy and Harley Quinn, then I question your nerdness, your video. It's like it's very obvious. So
It's
Yeah.
a huge part of Harley Quinn's show, and that's on the 4th fucking season.
yeah, and I don't.
Yeah. Oh, I just finished the 4th season. That's just crazy. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Not even that. I think even like even if you like in a comic book universe, like it's been
Of
that
course.
way for even if you go back to Batman the animated series, there's literally an episode where Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are just fucking running wreck throughout the town. It's like it's
Oh yeah,
obvious
yeah,
these
yeah.
two
So,
are doing something on the side.
so that it's funny because that episode is all female because that episode is like based off of Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
And they have I think it was
Batgirl.
It's Batgirl and some I believe the Black Canary. I think the two of them are like chasing them throughout the city, and they're tearing the city apart as they're like stealing shit and stealing cars and wrecking through shit. It's a fucking hilarious episode actually. It's pretty awesome. But there's a question in the chat from Cake Man. He asked if Bronze Tiger is in the game.
Yeah, not so far. I have not seen Bronze Tiger. Bronze Tiger is like but also so is fucking King Shark. To be honest with you, they're not. I would say they're in like the Rogues Gallery, but they're not like top tier. So
No,
neither is Boomerang. Captain
Unless-
Boomerang. So
unless he's played by Michael J. White.
yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah,
Whose
Well,
Rogue
he
Gallery is
does
King
in
Shark?
Arrowverse.
I mean Batman. Yeah,
Whose Rogue Gallery is King Shark?
Batman.
Oh, I think he's the Flash.
Is it King Bat or Flash?
All right,
I think it's the
Is
Flash.
it both, maybe?
Well, yeah, and now it's both. But I think he first appears I think he first appears in Suicide Squad, and then he goes to Central City, and he becomes like one of the Flash's like big enemies.
Because if that's well, I know I guess Lex Luthor is in this too, but I was gonna say like the Suicide Squad is just Batman and the Flash's Rogue Gallery. Like there's no
everybody's in.
Lantern, there's no. Well, I guess yeah, Brainiac is, but Brainiac is who they're fighting against. So
Superman.
is he? But he's not. He's not part of Suicide Squad. Brainiac.
No,
is.
he's not. No, he's the big like. So technically, Suicide
Yeah, it's
Squad,
Batman.
from what I have seen, they take on Justice League like villains,
Oh,
that they don't want like. They're not exactly like I guess world devastating, but they're more like city devastating. And like Suicide Squad's usually sent in to do dirty work, quote unquote. But they're like taken from everywhere.
Well, plus the people in Suicide Squad aren't powered people, really. Like they're
Oh,
just
hold on.
people,
Let me.
they're no people who can be
hold on.
captured basically and put in prison.
So I looked it up on DC.com, and the original enemy was Superboy.
Oh wow.
King Shark.
Oh shit.
So, yes,
Oh, wow.
because I'm reading. This is verbatim from DC.com. Not to be confused with the mutated Green Lantern enemy, the Shark, or white-collar Batman villain, Great White Shark. King Shark was originally an enemy of Superboy. Although today he is commonly associated with ensembles such as Secret Six and Suicide Squad, enemies of Aquaman, but that's the original. There you go. Fact check.
Oh,
There you go.
I wonder if Shark buy. I'm like, let's kind of jump back to what Prodigy said earlier. So Marvel's Adventure on Metacritic has a higher rating than Suicide Squad.
mhm.
Like
It
it
does.
average user gives Suicide Squad a 3.7, and
Damn.
this is the
Avengers is like
2020
something.
Marvel Avengers is 4.9, so it's just slightly better based off of Metacritic. And this is the user score. This isn't like the critics or whatever. It's the actual users. But then again, you can't take that shit.
I
with a
mean,
grain
it's
of salt.
getting
They-
that's another thing. Is like Suicide Squad. Like I said before, it's getting criticisms for like a lot of things, and some of them are kind of bullshit. Like I said, like the whole gone woke thing. Because like when you go into the Hall of Justice,
Exactly.
there's two pride flags, and some people immediately just fucking get triggered off pride flags. And
Every time.
I'm just
every
like,
time.
dude, they're like, oh, why do they need to be like? They need to feel represented by seeing them. Like, listen, you live in a land where there's fucking American flags everywhere. Do we need them? No. Like, but people feel the need to be American. So, like, use that same logic when it comes to like being on the alphabet people list. So whatever,
You're
These
man.
people, these people see it. These
really
people see a
acting
rainbow in the
into
sky and just start
stuff.
twitching.
But also
I wanted to point out, Cronus, we talked about this before, but people said the exact same thing about the exact same situation that happened in Gotham Knights. Because in Gotham Knights, there's an LGBTQ bar that
Yeah.
has both the flags on there, and people saw that shit
You're so dumb.
during like debate or whatever, and they freaked out,
It's,
saying it was
it's not
totally-
everywhere.
Yeah,
Well-
it's just like one little corner of the fucking map, and it's like, and
Well,
there's
they-
a pride flag inside
Oh.
the
Pro-
HQ, but it's like,
Let Prodigy talk.
Yeah. So they certainly had it in Spider-Man, but if you're a fan of fucking comics, DC, Marvel, Image, whatever the fuck it is, there's no way possible that you can tell me big ass iconic groups like the Justice League or in modern times or Avengers or X-Men or whatever are going to be with your bigotry and be like, hey, fuck this certain group of people. No, they're going to be crime fighting for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird hill to die on that a superhero, not the villains, the superheroes would be bigoted like you. That's what you want? Like,
They don't
fuck?
realize that if they were in a comic and they said that shit, they might get punched in the face by a superhero.
Exactly.
Like this is how backwards these people are. Like they're heroes. They stand for certain things, and like Prodigy said, they don't stand for bigotry. So
Yeah.
justice. Sorry.
Yeah.
The one that always stands out is how like certain people wear like the Punisher logo, and it's like,
Yeah.
yo, the Punisher would be like, I will murder you just
Yeah, I don't
because
give
you
a
did
fuck.
something fucking wrong.
the
I
Punisher
don't care if
is
you are.
the Punisher is super fuck the police.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like by definition.
Always. And here's the other thing too. He doesn't discriminate between mobsters and the police. Like in terms of like organized crime can get shot up, the police station can get shot up, other heroes can get shot up.
Oh
villains,
yeah, yep,
Like
yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
the first time,
if you're a hero that broke the law, Punisher's gonna be looking for your ass.
the first time I
So-
introduced to Punisher was in the Amazing Spider-Man series, where the Punisher was coming after Peter Parker because he thought that he killed he thought that Peter or Spider-Man killed Morbius, and so
Yeah.
he was out looking for him. And it's like, yo, this guy's a fucking asshole. Like he doesn't know the truth about Spider-Man, but he just wanted to do
But-
what he had to do.
but let me be real honest. Punisher don't want that fucking smoke with Peter Parker. Peter
Mhm.
Parker would
Mm.
mollywop that.
Well,
in-
they had to kind of retcon. So this is kind of hilarious. For like a very long time, if you went on Marvel.com, like the Power Grid, the Punisher's stats were insane.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Yeah,
He
I think they fixed it.
went to
Yeah.
a level.
I think it was like stronger than the Hulk for a bit there.
Yeah, it was so
Ask the
stupid.
Hulk.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
And also,
Alright.
the Punisher is not really a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Mm,
So he's
That's true.
not really a hero.
yeah, not really.
Oh.
I think the real question, kind of piggyback off of what Prodigy said, like, imagine if you got a hero to save you, you find out that they're LGBTQ plus. Are you going to tell me Are you going to tell them don't save me because you're with this group?
Some,
Or are you going to be
bro,
like, save my life?
I can guarantee you some people would. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you they would.
Mm,
Well, it makes me think of that there's that couple that were on a boat, right? And I guess this other people were on a boat and they had like a gay flag, whatever, and they kept like splashing them with their boat, right? Like kept coming in and like splashing with their boat, but then all of a sudden their boat caught on fire, and the boat started sinking. You guys remember the story? And like the gay people had to save them.
No.
Yeah.
no,
You remember that story? This is
No, I don't.
this is fucking
No.
classic. This is I think it happened like maybe mid-pandemic. Let me see if I can find an article. That shit was
Well,
fucking funny because they were literally like making fun of these people because they had like a gay flag. And they kept like splashing them with their boat or jet skis or whatever. And all of a sudden their boat caught
Oh.
on fire and it sank. And they had to come over and like be rescued by them. It was like an awkward moment basically. Let me see if I can find it.
There's plenty of famous stories where you have black surgeons and doctors, ER doctors and whatnot, saving people who are openly racist against them, and then them being mad about the fact that they got, their wounds or their whatever the hell was going on with their heart or brain or whatever the fuck, stitched up, healed or whatever. by a black doctor and then getting all mad and all of that. There's
There-
many stories
yeah,
about that shit.
there are people that are mad that they got organs from somebody that wasn't white.
Yep. So
These,
there you go.
like that's crazy to me.
Toby Keith would be mad.
He would.
Man.
So kind of jumping back to the Suicide Squad.
Probably.
I mean, we got Prodigy on there this time because last week we kind of touched on it a little bit, but there's a scene in Suicide Squad where Suicide Squad kills the Justice League and they literally kill Batman.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn basically shoots Batman in the head point blank, and a lot of people are up in arms about it because like this was Kevin Conroy, and it's not just Kevin Conroy because he passed away, but also like it just was disrespectful to the whole Arkham franchise. I know Prodigy, you were probably on the side of the table about like this is super fucking disrespectful, like this is horrible. What's your take on it?
Yeah, so it certainly seemed that way. I have not played the game. I mentioned it earlier that I have this feeling, sight unseen, that there's some Brainiac multiverse shenanigans going on. Maybe not the Bruce Wayne that we know as Batman per se from our multiverse or our universe, but in any event, it just didn't quite look right in terms of knowing Batman's history, knowing how many great villains he's had. He has the best rogues gallery in the entire fucking history of comics. And I was like, well, Harley gets to do the killing and he's dying tied up. It was a bad look to me. And I understand people may not agree. I can understand maybe the tone of this game is a little bit more wacky and not as serious. Okay, sure. But I know this. Those Arkham games meant something fucking special to me, and I loved that Batman.
So all that you said is valid, but they did Lex Luthor dirty as fuck too. So and I'm not even gonna say like how it happened, but I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean that's a way to do it. So
Have you got to the Batman scene yet?
not yet.
Where they
no.
kill Batman?
I've seen part of it outside of the game.
I watched the
haven't
full
played the
gameplay for it.
Okay, yeah, I've only seen that one, literally that specific scene, which is like maybe 45 seconds or whatever. The thing is, to me, like I understand I own every single one of the Arkham games, literally on disc, like literally right next to me over here. But the thing is, if you look at the Batman lore, how many times has Joker caught Batman and not killed him just because he felt like it was not fun? Like if you go back to Batman 66, he's been caught a few times, and Joker could have killed him a few times. In the comics, Joker could have killed him, but he doesn't. He says it wouldn't be fun. Yeah, and vice versa. So
Right.
It's like, dude, I mean, there's been plenty of times where Batman could have died and he doesn't. I mean, shit, Lady Shiva could have fucking offed Batman, and she doesn't. Because she could bet she's one of the like 3 that could probably best Batman in single combat. And she doesn't kill him. So I mean, seeing him being killed, I mean, Harley doesn't kill him by herself. She has a team with her. Granted, yes, Batman has beaten whole teams, but Batman has a team on top of that. So it's just weird to me.
Put respect on Bane's name whenever we're talking about hand-to-hand combat with Batman.
I said
Bane,
top 3.
Yeah, Bane is in that top 3, and he ain't number 3. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, well, Bane could have killed Batman, and he didn't. He broke him, but he didn't kill him. He could have literally broke his neck. He could have literally snapped his fucking neck, and he didn't do it. So, Rajul, even Clayface. Clayface has the ability to literally fucking surround himself all over Batman and literally suffocate him to death.
But you gotta understand,
Batman
it's Batman. Batman got out of this any other way, so he didn't need them to let him go. Batman's fucking badass. What the fuck are you talking about?
He is a badass, but I mean, he still could have been killed. He is a mortal man. He ain't got no powers.
But in the game, sorry, there's gonna be it's a huge spoiler, but not really. But basically, Batman is beaten really badly when this whole scene happens. So he's not tied up or anything. He basically is fucking on death's door at this point in the game, and that when Harley kills him. But I don't know, like it's for me being a Batman fan, I was like, wow, this whole scene was like anticlimactic. Like it wasn't in it, like the way they captured Batman, like because Batman's already captured, like they already captured Batman when it all happens, and then some shit happens. And then like there's a cutscene, and then all of a sudden they kill Batman. but like it was so anticlimactic. It's like I want to see Batman like do some cool Batman shit. Like he should have went out with a fucking bang. Said, nah.
No, hold on. Okay, so this is you haven't played the game. Earlier
No,
in the game,
I saw though I haven't seen the whole entire like how they capture Batman, but I've seen the whole scene where they're
even
in
this
the Bat cave.
no. So
And
there's
they
a
have, like,
scene.
the giant
Demon. What?
demon.
No, so that's nothing. Yeah, earlier in the game, he does Batman shit. And he takes out the whole fucking Suicide Squad, like easily. So yeah, and you're playing, you're like, I'm kind of fucked because this is like what Batman does, and yeah. You get fucked. So
Okay.
and other things
But-
happen. So yeah, there's the story is it's well written. That's why I think that like taking that one scene of like him getting shot by Harley, I still think to this day, if you're gonna kill Batman, don't make it elaborate. Shoot him in the fucking face. Like he's not. He's
I mean,
not.
that's literally like the most vulnerable place of his body because he's got like armor all over the fucking place.
Yeah, but
again, like some people say that his cowl is supposed to be bulletproof as well. So
It
Not
depends, I guess.
Not his fucking teeth. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, you could definitely. Yeah,
Um,
so
hey,
you gotta like the whole game, like kind of he does Batman shit in the game, all right, and he's literally like leading the whole like force of Brainiac to like take over everything. So like he does Batman shit in the games. That's why I don't like how people see like this one scene and like, oh, it's Batman disrespectful. It's like, but I didn't see how he fucked up everything. So
and I'm very much open to that. Yeah, you're right. It is a short clip. Hey, but really quick, let me go back because Kronos alluded to this, and I want to make sure I address it. Obviously, we've all heard the whole go woke, go broke, or whatever shit. There's been a specific ugly racial element to this specific game where I've seen
Wait,
that.
What? Really?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Where I've seen that there were two, I don't have their names, but two black women that worked on the writing of this game that have been experiencing a whole lot of really ugly shit in terms of threats and all of that bullshit. I can look up their names.
I was not aware. Okay.
But but just, I mean, no matter what, whether I like a game or anybody on here, there's no reason to like harass or be a fucking dick to people doing their job. You know what I mean?
Prodigy, were they getting death threats?
Yeah. I mean,
God dang.
Full circle.
dude, that's
Yeah,
all
but
bad.
honestly, I think I believe that the people that wrote the game, they did a good job with the writing. I have no qualms about. Oh, well, except for there's like, I have qualms with. God damn it! Parts of there's like a certain thing about Ivy that I have a problem about, but it's only because it's like real villainous shit that's like really messed up, and it's like on one side I'm like, you could not have done that. On the other side, it's like, I mean, Captain Boomerang is an asshole, so I guess, but yeah, they could have not done a certain, child abuse thing. So I'll just leave it as that. So it's nothing to do with like, sexual assault or anything like that, but there's something that he does that is basically child abuse. And it's pretty fucked up. He gets punished for it, but yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Well, good shit.
You're not getting? I was gonna say, I think only me and Cronus have played Gotham Knights, but when Batman dies in that one, that's like a 20-minute fight scene.
Yeah.
It's like it goes on for a good fucking minute,
Yeah.
and it does go out in a bang, like literally.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I didn't finish it. I did play some of that too. And for the record as well, my 13-year-old, obviously target fucking demographic, loves it. Like he goes ape shit for that fucking game. But I never finished it. So, but I did play that part.
That death scene of fucking Batman versus Raj. That shit was epic. God damn! I watched that cut scene like 3 times. It was like
that's Gotham Knights.
The game,
they're perfect.
Gotham
Knights.
Knights.
Play the game.
Gotham Knights. It's a good fucking game.
It is good. I'm playing my second playthrough. I'm almost done too. I'm almost done.
Maybe I'll
Let's
pick it
take
up.
them out.
I got a bunch
I
of
mean,
games I need to catch up on.
it should be on PS Plus,
Yeah, it's
PSN
free.
Plus by now.
Yeah,
It's on
free.
Game
Is it-
Pass. That's why.
Is it
That's
free?
why I'm playing it.
I'll definitely play
If
if it's
it's-
free.
I mean, technically,
What-
you're paying for it, but
Well, the question is it under PlayStation Plus or is it PlayStation like exclusive or whatever the different 3 tiers
Plus-
are now?
I
I
don't
don't
know what the tiers. I do know on Game Pass it's on there, or it's on Game Pass Ultimate because I didn't know there's 3 tiers of Game Pass as well. So I was like, oh shit.
Let me switch it up a little bit. Holy fuck! I was talking to Old Ninja about this.
Oh, here we go.
I wasn't ready for. I guess Jenna Ortega is just as wild as she can fucking be. Like, obviously, I saw Wednesday and I was like, okay, this is a great show. It's kind of quirky comedy, dark comedy, or whatever. She is not that character. I saw this movie, fucking X, and it's on Netflix. Whatever, it came out, I don't know, a year or two ago.
2 years ago. Now
That's a horrible name for a movie.
It is.
Just a fucking
X?
letter. Just try to Google that shit. It's damn near. I mean, it's not impossible. Just put X film.
It's
But,
a
like,
shit.
Yeah.
It's a shit tier name for Twitter, isn't it?
Sure the fuck is.
I'm sorry, the platform formerly named Twitter.
Yeah, whatever.
Just
Um,
saying.
Candlestick. Well, I guess we can't call Candlestick anymore because they ain't fucking there.
Candlestick is gone. They blew that shit up.
yeah, name's
They,
changed.
yes, they fucking did.
This one is a fucking throwback. It takes place in the goddamn 70s. There's all kind of great jokes about Debbie Does Dallas because that's what they're fucking trying to recreate.
Hold,
That icon in porn.
hold on, let me just. Can I pause you real quick?
Go ahead.
I look up Jenna Ortega X and I look up images, and literally the first page there is 4 images that are like, "Do you want to see these?"
Yeah.
I mean,
So she's not.
Yes.
So she's not naked in the film. Pretty close, but she's not naked.
In the X film,
Mm.
oh, she just. Oh, Jesus Christ, she got fucked up. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at one edge. I'm like, holy shit.
in the X film, there's all kind of nudity.
No, but she specifically is not naked.
So wait, are you saying that was a body double the whole time?
No, what are you talking about? Well, I watched
In-
it last night. She's not naked.
I feel like somebody didn't watch it.
Yeah, like what did you?
I
what
just
movie
watched
did
it
you
last
watch?
night. I watched
You didn't
X.
see
She wasn't naked.
hold on,
she got close
unless-
to it.
No. Unless you're talking about an actual fucking body double, which may be the case, I don't know. Then there was all kind of nudity. All kind of nudity.
I just said her specifically. And yes, Brittany Stone's in the film. She's naked like almost the entire fucking movie.
What do you? But what, dude, yeah, we watched a different movie. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah.
Is it this movie must be gory?
This is
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's pretty
it's a
gory.
slasher film.
Okay, because that's like the things that were like, you can't see this. I'm clicking on them and it's like, oh, Jesus
It-
Christ.
It has elements of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre level of like blood and guts, but it also takes place with a group of 5 or 6 people, and their whole goal is to recreate a porno that does better than Debbie Does Dallas, and is more popular than Debbie Does Dallas.
Okay, I mean that's
It-
what's hilarious. Even that premise. Well, I guess it's in the 70s, right? But like any amateur porn today will get more views than Debbie Does
Oh, of
Dallas.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like 1979, rural fucking Texas. Kid Cudi is in it, and like
All right.
And,
apparently big dick Kid Cudi, because there's a whole bunch of jokes about that and some semi nudity with him. There's a lot going on here. Nothing about this is ever going to make you view Jenna Ortega, who I like a lot as an actress, anywhere close to her Wednesday role. Like,
Because it's not the same thing. So
I-
yeah.
I can't put her the same. I completely disagree with Old Ninja. There's all kind of frontal nudity and sex.
I literally just said she is the one that is the least. She's like covered up. I'm looking at fucking shit now. She's not naked. She's in scantily clad shit. All the other actresses, they're butt ass naked. Like
Yeah,
Maybe you watch maybe
naked.
I think you're
Oda,
Look
maybe
at
you
her
watch
now.
maybe you watched like the PG-13 version of
Yeah.
the movie, and
Yeah.
Prodigy watch the
I was-
NC-17 version.
I watched
Clearly.
it on Netflix just like him. Unless there's some kind of way you can switch the two, she's not naked.
You
Were you
fell
using
asleep.
VPN?
Yeah, you
Huh?
fell asleep. You fell asleep, or were not paying attention because there
No.
was all kind of titties, all kind of ass.
I
shaking.
literally just said again for like the 8th time, she does not get naked. Everyone else gets naked except for her. She gets down to her fucking her like panties, and like it cuts away right when she's about to get this BBC, the same BBC that drove Amanda Bynes crazy. But
I'm gonna ask Mr. Skin because Mr. Skin knows.
yeah, go ahead, ask him up, see what he gives you.
Dude,
But still, I mean, I watched it the other night, and it's a wild ass fucking movie, a super wild fucking movie.
it's
Holy shit.
wild. It's creepy. There's old people that are scary as fuck, and
Mhm.
it's just a good old fashioned sex and blood slasher movie, like the old fucking days. Like, you know what I mean? Like the
Oh yeah.
people who doing the most fucking, doing the most, kind of scenes with lewd behavior. You know that they're about to get got probably first, but everybody can. It's equal opportunity, and it's not supernatural. It's just I'm gonna take a shotgun. I'm gonna take a fucking farm tool, and I'm gonna slash your eyeballs out or whatever the fuck. But it was
Yeah,
good.
it's all bad. But it's funny because I didn't know there's actually a good amount of people in it, and I didn't know Kid Cudi was going to be in it, but he's naked in the film kind of a bit too. Like he's literally butt ass naked, walking around this little cottage, smoking a cigarette, talking about who's next, type shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then everyone
Yeah,
starts getting got. I'm like, oh
Well,
shit.
apparently, if you watch Hot Ones with Jenna Ortega, there's a scene where she has like a bit of a nipple slip.
Oh yeah, that was all
there's
about
more
there.
than that. There's more than nipple slipping here, man. I'm telling you. I'm
My
looking at.
thing to my thing to me is that Brittany Snow, who's usually like the goody two shoes in film, she's in all 3 Pitch Perfect movies. She was in the remake to Prom Night with Idris Elba. She's usually like the good girl. She's butt ass naked in this fucking movie. Like once they start doing the work, she's like free to run around the whole house naked and shit, doing her fake orgasms and real orgasms and whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit was fucking wild as fuck.
All right, so Mr. Skin, if you don't know who Mr. Skin is, you should be listening to this podcast. But yeah, it actually shows Gina Ortega just being sexy in the movie, but everybody else was nude.
Yeah,
Dude,
I told you.
nah, man. I'm looking at this
Yeah,
now.
man. Yeah, man.
Maybe it was like an effect, like a
Unless there's
Mandela effect on you.
unless there's a body double. Like,
So
nah.
this is, I'm gonna.
I'm looking at this. Literally a picture where she's wearing a yellow bra. If you got maybe not so great vision, maybe it looks like a skin color, but she's not. She's not naked. She
That
has her
wouldn't.
little panties and bra on, but she throws it in the air for a second, but she don't put nothing on. She's
Mm,
close, pretty close.
You know, A23's been making some fucking hits lately. Like
A24. Yeah.
A24, they've been making like some really great movies. Like they had what's the other movie that came out recently? That was really good. Anyways, they're like a studio that's slowly just picking up this steam as they go along. Like a lot of the movies they released has been hits, but they went from like I feel like they went from an indie film company to like maybe more mainstream.
well,
There's still an indie film.
what people don't realize is this: horror is a more successful genre than superheroes, westerns, or even action movies because it's super cheap to make, and almost
Mhm.
all of them, all the fucking time, make incredible return on investment. You'll have horror
Like even,
movies cheap as like 10, 20, 30 million dollars, and then they'll make
100 million.
and that's all gravy, all fucking profit.
and then even if they're bad, like there'll be some kind of cult following. Like there's a lot of like
Yeah,
really
even-
bad,
yep. But it
really
has to
bad
be
horror
good.
movies that are just super fucking popular.
There's
This
some
shit-
movies that are bad that no one goes back to.
Oh.
There's some that are bad, but they're good because they're so great, but like they're too over the top, which makes them great. So they have like huge followings. So there's shit
My
like
question
that.
is, was a black person the first person to die in this movie?
No, close.
Oh, I didn't go with the trope.
You-
That's good.
You say close?
We've come we've come a long way.
So
Black History
what I
Month.
found funny, the movie it talks about other movies and recreates movies. like the one Texas Chainsaw they talk about. They actually do like a recreated scene. They talk about Psycho, and there's like a scene from Psycho that they literally recreate in the fucking movie.
Yep.
David Does Dallas, they kind of recreate like a semi scene of that. And there's like I think there's two more I can't think of, but they kind of one of them is The Shining. They kind of recreate like a little scene from The Shining, and there's one more I can't think of, but it's super. It's like crazy that they literally make mention in the movie about these certain movies, and the movie itself like recreate certain scenes from those films. So and like in horror aspects, some of them are not horror movies, but they redo those films. It's pretty interesting. And yeah, I saw Pearl before I saw X, and Pearl is the prequel to X, and then the sequel will be out this summer called Maxine. So, with the following that this film already has, the sequel is probably going to do pretty well when it releases to theaters. So
For sure. I'm fucking down for it, man.
Is Maxine by Anthony Hamilton?
I doubt. I mean, maybe he takes place of Kid Cudi's character.
I'm just saying that's a throwback. Anthony Hamilton, Maxine, great song. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
In honor of Black History Month, I decided to do a quick Google search to see who was the first black man not to survive a horror film. And
it's fucking Tony Todd. That's my bet. I'm going Tony Todd.
I was going to say LL Cool J.
I was going to say LL Cool J too from that one shark movie.
Yeah.
Oh, from Deep Blue Sea. I'm saying it's Tony Todd. Tony Todd from Night of the Living Dead.
So it actually is Ken Foree who played Peter in Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead, damn it.
Back in 1978.
All right.
Oh,
Dawn of the Dead, yeah.
He's the first black person to survive a horror movie. Yeah. Number 2 was A Thing with Keith David.
Oh, Keith David. It's Keith David and Kurt Russell. They're lifted. It literally ends with them with their guns pointing at each other. That's just
so. Number 3 would be from Friday the 13th, Part 5. It was Shavar Ross played Reggie.
Reggie?
Bro, you can say Reggie, man. Come on.
Reggie was a name, but the person he played, but the Shavar Ross was a little bit tricky. Number 4 was from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, which was
Kincaid.
Yeah, he played Roland.
Yeah, but he dies in Part 4. He dies unceremoniously in Part 4.
Number 5 is Night of the Demons with Alexa playing Roger, and then 6 will be from It.
I was gonna say you're gonna piss somebody off because you just said the name.
Alexa, stop.
That's what that was. Damn, from It.
But this is off of Reddit, so I didn't. I feel like this person probably did some research to post.
They probably. I'm pretty sure they did research, but I feel like they're missing somebody.
I really felt like LL Cool J was going to be the first one from.
He's not the first one. Definitely Keith David, because they're stuck in the snow. That movie ends with them like stuck, but they're both alive. So
there you go. There's going to be some libations in the Bay Area happening next week.
This week? What are you talking about? This week?
This week, okay. Starting tomorrow, right?
Yes. I will be reuniting with some of the cast members starting on Friday. So, yeah, I'm coming up tomorrow. I'm going to have dinner with my old jiu-jitsu crew. And then on Friday, I'm going to meet up with Patrick, who's in the chat, and some of the BTI crew, and Mr. X, and some other folks too, and doing the opening gala for SF Beer Week. So yeah, my
Blue's gonna be there. What the hell?
That's you're part of the cast, so yes.
Just say my name.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll be there, and Stitch will be there.
Yes, you are the cast members. This is what I said.
Yeah,
sir.
Say her name.
I mean, you. What the fuck, man? I said the other cast members. I don't know if Ninja is going to come. Are you going to the opening gala, Ninja?
No, I won't be at the opening gala. Yeah. I'll be there during the week, though.
Okay, cool. We'll meet up. So yeah, I haven't done the whole itinerary yet, but y'all know me. I'll be out during the day drinking and shit. So and at night, and apparently I'll be away from home, so I can stay out as late as I want.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
it's your stay. It's a literal vacation this time.
Yeah.
Before it was a staycation. Now it's an actual vacation.
Yep, I'm staying in hotels and yeah, it'll be weird, but yeah, it'll be nice.
You want to know a fun fact for Black History Month? Another one.
Mm.
There is literally a book called "The Black Guy Dies First." It's a black horror cinema from fodder to Oscar. Written by Robin R. Means Coleman, PhD, and Mark H. Harris. This book's $12 on Amazon.
Gotta
That's-
jump back to SF Beer Week. So I emailed the company that's putting together SF Beer Week opening gala, and I asked them because on the website it says no outside food allowed to the premises, and so I emailed them. It's like, hey,
hold on. Why did you email them? Why did you email them? First of all, you got to explain the story.
So the reason why I emailed them is because one time we went, like Crohn's and I, we were at the door. So I make these things called pretzel necklace. And it's basically string with fucking pretzels on it. Pretty obviously. I mean, it makes fucking sense. And so we got to the thing, and the security or opening person was like, hey, you can't bring these in. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? This is like the staple of fucking beer fest. Any beer event you go to, you need to have a pretzel necklace because it's just, and the whole, like, I didn't come up with the idea of pretzel necklace. This whole thing came from when Crohn's and I went to Winter Beer Fest in Concord, and like we saw people with pretzel necklaces. Like, dude, this is fucking genius. And ever since I've been there, every beer fest I've gone to, I've always made pretzel necklaces.
Craft time.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
But so we got to the front, and we had our pretzel necklaces. I had my backpack full because we were gonna meet. I think other people are gonna come meet us there. Because Crows and I, we always do VIP. We got to be there an hour before everybody else get there because that's just how you do it. So yeah, so we got to the front. The guy's like, "Yeah, you can't bring this in." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, this is like our third, fourth opening gala.
This is a while ago.
They never had a problem before.
Yeah.
This was a while ago. Like, this is a couple of years ago. The guy's like, "Nah, you can't bring this in." I'm like, "Okay, what am I supposed to do with it?" He's like, "You got to throw it in a trash can." I'm like, "Fuck, all right." So I took the bag. I didn't take it in the trash can. I put it on the side of the trash can, and I walked over, and like we were inside a gala, and I saw all the people with necklaces on. I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" He's like, the guys are like, "Oh yeah, they said we couldn't bring it in, but we had like confirmation, blah blah blah." I'm like, "What the hell?" So I go back up to the front. I'm like, "Hey, they said like you could bring pretzel necklaces in." And he's like, "Oh yeah, apparently you can." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I literally go to the trash can and grab. It basically was a bag of pretzels with the pretzel necklaces in it. Grab it, put them on, and go have a good time. So because of that, I saw for the event it said that no outside food. So I'm like, no, I need to ask somebody. I need to have written confirmation so this doesn't happen again. So I emailed the people who host the event, and they emailed back saying, "Oh yeah, you can have pretzel necklaces. That's the only exception we have for outside food." I'm like, all right, cool. But this is part of the story you guys didn't get to read because I literally got an email yesterday about this, and I was like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? So I literally got an email from somebody else from the event coordinator. So the person who emailed me, her name was Rachel. Somebody else named Joanna reached out to me, and she's like, "Hi, Daniel," whoever that person is. I think we got. Wait, no. So Joanna's a cool person. It's Rachel who's the Karen of this story, and she's like, "Unfortunately, no outside food or drinks are allowed in this event." I'm like, "Oh, are you fucking serious? Like, come on!" Like, I literally just got an email from somebody else saying that everything was cool, that we can go ahead and do this. But then Joanna hit me back up with like, she's like, "Hey, I think we got some wires crossed on our side. Sorry to get our messages mixed up. Rachel hasn't realized I had approved this earlier, so you're good. Pretzel necklace are okay. Again, thank you for checking in on that."
Damn.
So we are still fucking good to have
All right.
pretzel necklace
So-
at the event.
So now you have written confirmation.
For anybody
Or
that's
electronic.
putting
Written.
on, if you listen to this podcast, you have to put on a fucking alcohol fueled festival. Having pretzel necklaces is it's going to reduce the amount of possible violence at your event. Okay, because You need to have some, you need to have something to eat. Yeah, and also vomiting. It's a global good for your event. Even though you might have some food trucks or whatever, but food truck lines at a certain time during the night are gonna be fucking long, and people are still gonna be drunk. So yeah, let them keep their pretzel necklaces because they're always gonna be on them or whatever. Like just let them do it. So
yes. And I mean, yes, it's outside food, but it's like it's the perfect beer snack. Like it just and like even though I have a pretzel necklace, like that's just to kind of get me by. I'm still gonna buy food inside your event
exactly.
because I need real food. Yes, I'm gonna drink the water they have there too because I need fucking water because pretzels make you thirsty, and beer makes you
dehydrated.
It all works out. It all works out. So like having pretzel necklace is a staple. But then like I'm really excited because like also there's other folks that I regularly see at these events. Like there's a group of people who make like outfits out of beer boxes, which is kind of cool. Like there'd be like somebody will make like a cowboy hat or like a vest out of like beer boxes, like Coors Light beer boxes. They make like a vest out of it. That's always cool to see. Another thing that I see at these events are these things called totems, which is basically, I think I talked about this on the last podcast, but basically like, somebody has something that's real high up. That's like some kind of identifier so people can all kind of get back together if their group gets separated.
We should make a Be the BTI one. God damn it.
Well, like I usually
next year. Yeah, next year.
So I usually have my staple Batman backpack. Let me grab it real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. So if you see this backpack,
I know what it looks like.
It's your boy Blue.
Yeah.
Let me grab it real quick.
Oh my goodness.
With the golden Batman.
A golden backpack? I can't
No, it's a black backpack, but it has a golden Batman emblem. Yeah, see?
I bought this backpack at a Target, like randomly. It had like a gold Batman logo, and it has like symbols and stuff like that. And I used to ride this bike when I rode my motorcycle, right? And then I accidentally had petted on my rear spoke because I think there's something happening to my bike. And I put it on the rear spoke.
I mean, it did get stolen, so there's that.
Well, that bike got stolen, but one of the straps on here is like fucking like melted because it got caught in the spokes and just kind of wrapped around there and then fucking like finally snapped. But I still keep this fucking backpack. It's like disintegrated in the inside, and I'm pretty sure it has like stuff from like previous events in here. I got Costco tire receipt in here. Some random stuff in his backpack. But yeah, if you see this backpack, because man, they don't make this backpack anymore. But if you see this golden backpack, it's your boy Blue that's rocking it. Come up, say hi, get an autograph, take pictures, grab a beer. Beer will be on me. But
well, if you have the opening gala, the beer is already on them.
All
about
beers.
to take it. Yeah. I will have to say though, as I was looking up like what's going on during the SF Beer Week and my usual stops, I'm very saddened to see that like there's a few stops that I usually go on that are closed. So Magnolia Smokestack is gone, which I already like grieved for because I knew they were gone the last time I went to SF Beer Week back in 2020. They changed from the Smokestack, which is a barbecue place, which is actually pretty decent barbecue for California barbecue.
Wait. When you say Magnolia, you gotta talk about why they were so special for SF Beer Week.
Because they had Ye Old Thunder Pussy.
Yeah.
They had a beer called Old Thunder Pussy, and it was a very, very fucking potent beer. And there was one year where both me and Blue, they had a beer pairing where they had barrel aged beers, and you can get the beers, you can get the whiskey that it was aged in. So like basically when you get a whiskey barrel aged beer, like the actual barrel aged, it was used to make or to brew whiskey. So they empty out the whiskey, then they give it to a brewery, and the brewery will fill it full of beer, and that's why it's barrel aged. So they just paired the two. And there was one year where they had the pairing. Usually a beer pairing is like some beers that are in small cups. And that's
kind of food.
Yeah, and some food or whatever. But it's like the beer pairing for this one, it was like basically it was like a fucking double shot of whiskey and pretty much a full fucking beer. And it was like it was 3. So it was basically 3 shots and 3 beers. and the beers were like at least 10% alcohol. And this is how me and Blue decided
Start
to
of the
choose
day.
violence to start our day.
So
And
we
it
chose-
was like 11 in the morning.
Yes.
Mm. I mean, I guess.
A fair week.
Yeah.
So I was gonna quickly say the old Thunder Pussy is based off an old legend, like an actual person.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an actual person.
Prostitute.
And it's a
Yeah.
prostitute in San Francisco that the brothel was literally down the street from where Magnolia's was.
Well, it's weird because she has a history of like mingling with like some of San Francisco's like elite, like the mayor, some actors at the time.
What
like,
prostitute does it?
Yeah,
Oh, I guess you're right. Good point.
That's not that fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's fair. The weird part is that it was like known. It was like printed, like she was printed in papers, like she hanging out with like these people.
I mean, it's the oldest profession for a reason. Like older than farming.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to see if I can find the picture of the old Thunder Pussy, the picture. 'Cause
I know we got
took
it.
a photo.
Yeah. But I know we got it.
So
I did
when
too.
you put that in Google, you're gonna get some different images.
I know,
No.
Make sure you put the right like modifiers in your shit.
Yeah, you might want to say
Uh,
old Thunder Pussy beer.
Yeah,
or Old
so-
Thunder Pussy.
one of the
Um,
reasons why going to Magnolia Smokestack was such a staple for like my personal like vacation was because it was literally right next door to one of my other favorite places to go to,
Mm.
which is Triple Lot Design, which they make
which we go every time.
every year, and I'm still going to. Fuck it, because I know that. So they changed the last time I went to Magnolia. They changed it from like the smokestack, which is barbecue, to like a kind of a more normal-ish, sort of not chain, but it was like American fare restaurant.
Mm.
And it had like they put up big screens for because that was right when they built the stadium, right? So they had big screens for like
Mhm.
for events for like sports and shit. But because of the pandemic, they had to shut down, and now it's a Greek chain restaurant. But yeah, I'm still gonna go to Triple R Design because I want to pick up like a new something because that's like I feel like I have to every year when I go.
Yeah,
every week. I
it's
gotta pick
either a
up something.
shirt or a backpack or a
Yeah.
hoodie or a hat
Something.
or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't buy anything there, but you're like,
it's
I need
expensive.
this.
Yeah, and I'm usually wearing a lot of shit they already sell anyway. So
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like the shit they sell, I have like a subpar version of it that still holds up. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to buy what they have.
All
You
right.
know, it looks fucking amazing. It looks super tactical, but I'm like, well, I don't need this. It's more of a want than a need. So
they have a lifetime
Still a
warranty.
cool
I'm
spot.
just saying
I
that's the
think
best part. Lifetime warranty.
So, I know that Stitch asked you, Cronus, if he said barbecue place, but he didn't say which one. You talked about Magnolia, but there's the other spot we go
There
to
are
as
so
well.
there's 505 we can go to.
Yes. So yeah. So are they still open? That's the question.
Yes, they are still open. So
Oh fuck.
so
yeah.
four
That
five
place
oh
always requests.
yeah 4505 is another spot, which is also a throwback to Anthony Bourdain because that's one of his favorite spots in San Francisco, who I'm also a huge fan of, R.I.P. But yeah, I go there every year for Esther Beer Week. That's so Blue's showing the picture right now. So that's like it's a beer and like that's a double shot of fucking those other glasses that are tall. Those are whiskey glasses.
God damn.
So yeah,
And-
it's 3 and 3.
Yeah, we had it was Old Thunder. I don't even remember what the other three were. All I remember is Old Thunder Pussy just because it had a fucking iconic fucking name. But like, yeah,
I don't
and
even know.
if you look at
Go
if
ahead.
you look at my expression, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, we fucked up.
I don't even
I'm
know
like,
how that was
we
fucking
fucked
legal.
up.
I'm just saying it should have been legal.
What's so great is that like, okay,
It's actually very kind of legal because it's like it's literally a beer and a shot, even though it's counted as.
They sold us 3 beers and 3 double shots
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't do them all
at
once.
11 a.m. You have to take them all at once because they
Hold
gave
on.
them to you.
You know that
Okay.
you do know that bars open up at 6 in the morning. You should already know. This.
Yes, of course I know this,
Yes.
but I'm just
Okay,
saying,
well,
like,
then-
there was no
You know what?
warning. There was no warning.
what's crazy about this story is that this happened 8 years ago, and like it's still an epic fucking day. I think that was my first time participating in SF Beer Week during like a whole entire day, and to start off with fucking 3 strong ass beers paired with 3 strong ass fucking whiskeys was ridiculous. I really all I remember is it was Old Thunder Pussy And I
What
can't
were the
remember
other
what the
ones?
other one was. I'm
And-
like looking at the comments, and it doesn't say what the other ones were.
So the sad thing is that usually during SF Beer Week they do a thing called Strong Beer Month, and I usually
That's
make it a
right.
point to where I can finish. I try to finish Strong Beer Month as soon as possible. It's a collaboration between Magnolia and 21st Amendment, and they're all strong beers over 10%. And I think it's usually 20. Is it 20? I think it's 20 beers that you're supposed to drink over the span of a month. All right.
Yep.
And one time I did.
In one sitting, you
No. You're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it under. Like, you're supposed to do it in a month. But I remember I did it one time in 2 fucking days. I did it in 2 days. And yes, I was fucked up in those 2 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
God dang.
Dude, you guys are gonna have a blast. Like, please tweet, Instagram, all of it. Like, let everybody know. Meet up with them.
It's gonna be good times. I'm gonna be there during the week, and I'll have 3 days to fuck about, and it's gonna be wild times. I can already feel it.
We're gonna have fun, man.
Yeah, I mean, and the weather we're out of our atmospheric river, so we're out of we're not drowning, so we should be good for next week. So I'm all about it.
I got one last quick thing, and then we're gonna have to wrap it up afterwards. But I got bombshell. I mean, we didn't talk about it at all, but this Gina Carano, the audacity, unmitigated
caucasity.
Yeah.
Isn't she mixed?
It doesn't. I'm of the mind now where I'm like, if you are on that side, I don't give a shit how much melanin you got. You are pro white supremacy. So
You're like Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, I don't differentiate anymore.
Yeah.
Like, guess what? Candace Owens, she been had. Yeah.
Perfect example.
Apparently there's a woman that's like her but worse. And I saw her name the other day. I'm like, I've never even heard of this person. They said she's worse than Candace Owens. I'm like,
but hold on, dude. Obviously, Star Wars resident expert. Break down what is the news about Gina Carano that we should.
Oh, I thought you set it up. I thought you should also let you take it up.
He was set up the pitch.
Okay. So basically, Gina Carano, former MMA, she was a champion for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's former MMA champion. If you didn't know, most of you already know, but still, if you didn't know and you're just listening to us, which welcome. But she was on the TV show on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian. She starred Cara Dune, pretty popular character. And the summer in between season 2 and 3, she was like going off on Twitter about some crazy political and social stuff. She was literally attacking or, I guess tweeting at transgender teens and literally calling them names and stuff, mentally ill and all kinds of stuff. And so she made a comparison about having an opinion versus being dragged out and stripped naked for being Jewish. She was saying those two are the same thing
during the Holocaust.
Yeah, just before the Holocaust, I believe. And she posted a picture about a woman being accosted by the community, or her community she was in, because she was Jewish. And Disney basically let her go. So I don't know the specifics as if her contract was not picked up, or her contract was canceled. They just fired her. Either way, she was let go in like 2021, I believe. And then she came back this week with a lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm, saying she was wrongfully terminated for having right-wing opinions. And Elon Musk himself said he was funding her lawyer fees, or her court fees. So I believe it was filed like literally 2 days ago. I think Monday. And she's been I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I've seen her getting roasted left and right. I mean, there are people supporting her, saying that she was right, and saying that, the classic Disney's fascist, and I'm like, well, Walt Disney died a long time ago, but I guess so. It's just like crazy stuff. I mean, the people, even a lot of people that even aren't necessarily on the left, they're like, hey, this doesn't look like this is a very good standing court case. I mean, as a private employee, you can be fired for almost anything, really. I mean, if you say or do something wrong, even though apparently Disney, according to Cronus, I don't know this stuff, but he said Disney's incorporated in Delaware, which makes sense because it's probably fucking cheap as fuck back in like
That's
the
why
50s.
most corporations are incorporated in Delaware because
Delaware. So perfect. It's probably because their laws are probably really easy to get through, and like you can spread throughout the rest of the country. And actually, Disney's across the world. There's a fucking Disneyland in Tokyo. So, being a private, employee, I guess being in California, we all know that you can be let go for like looking at your president side-eyed, technically. So, posting stuff, and for months, not days or weeks, literal months, Gina was out there just saying some crazy shit that could be hurtful and offensive to other people. And Disney can say that they did not like this and they didn't want to be associated with this kind of person, and they can fire you for this. So, unless she has some other damning information, like some kind of inside information that is against Bob Iger, who she claims who is named in the case.
It was Chopek, so I don't even know why if she named Bob Iger, then she's really fucking
She
stupid.
named him.
Yeah, so I've seen it. I believe she named both of them. I think she was because
Bob Iger was not the CEO at the time.
He was during. So I guess during 21. It's kind of weird because I feel like he still was in, not in the chair, but still on the paper. Maybe still on the checks.
Peak,
but
yeah.
But still, either way, she's literally coming for the CEO of or former CEO of Disney. So
she wants to get paid. I hope she doesn't get paid from any of this.
Hold on. As far as being paid, let me add this one thing. So, in her case, she states that she lost millions.
Yeah,
millions due to the lost opportunity. However, her case, she is suing for $75,000. Not the millions that she purportedly lost. She won $75,000.
If she's suing for $75,000, if I was Disney, I would just give it to her. Honestly, right here. Goodbye.
Because I feel like everyone in this podcast makes more than that.
Disney, if I was Disney, I would let her lawyers and her know we are a corporation.
Oh, Ninja, I don't think what you're saying is correct. There's no way that you would sue somebody for $75,000.
No.
Read it.
It was. I remember seeing it said $75,000.
$75,000.
That's. I don't know. That's probably even a mortgage for a year.
She's not suing for the millions that she claims she lost.
Wow.
Not even close.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I saw that shit. I was like, that can't be right.
Are you seeing it now?
So she's a stupid bigot, huh? Well.
Yeah.
I don't even understand why Elon Musk would even. Elon Musk could just like, that's not even pocket change. That's like pocket lint to him.
So on top of that, Elon Musk says anyone else that feels like they were fired for posting right-wing comments on Twitter at the time, he will fund their lawyer fees. He posted that today.
That doesn't even make sense. Like,
man,
why are these people like? Why are they this stupid?
But meanwhile, sorry, I deal with contracts. I know for certain, especially if you're going to be on television, whether streaming or not, there were clauses in your contract that said, hey, if we, for whatever reason, don't think that you represent our company very well, we reserve the right to terminate this relationship. And they gave her warnings about it. So
yeah,
I don't.
So apparently, yeah.
$75,000. I would pay you in. I would pay you in nickels.
That she claims that she lost.
I would just pay her in nickels. It says at least $75,000. That's not even. That doesn't even make. How are people this fucking stupid? This is like breaking my fucking brain here. What was the profits for Disney last year? Like it had to be like at least $1 billion, right?
In a bill.
At least
multi bills.
It was probably $2 billion, maybe.
But I
Oh,
mean,
maybe more actually. Now that I think about it.
but I
So
mean, she was on one show of Disney. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't. The math isn't mathing.
I looked it up to see like what she's done recently. Like on Wiki, it shows that and for filming wise, she did a movie called My Son Hunter, which I don't know what the fuck that's about.
It's so
She,
My Son Hunter is a movie about Hunter Biden. It's made by another actor who's also on the far right. I would dare say. He actually all of you know him. He's from the Goonies. He's like
But
one of the brothers from the that mob squad.
yeah,
The guy, not the guy with the glasses, the other guy.
it ain't no
Uh,
fucking DeLorean. And it's, you know what I mean?
it's
it
not.
is not. It's because before, yeah. For TV, it's Running Wild with Bear from the whole
Oh, Bear Grylls. Yes, I
yeah
actually
Bear
saw a
Grylls.
commercial for
Well,
that.
let me just get. Can I just give a context here? In
Go ahead.
2023, Disney made almost $30 billion.
There you go.
$1 billion.
With the B.
If you're asking them for $75,000, that's like asking me for like a literal fucking nickel.
Yeah.
So
Like-
with $75,000, you couldn't
Oh, you guys still there?
this company what Elon Musk is basically known for is Tesla. It's like the Cybertruck I think it's cost like 85 for the base model. So $75,000 isn't that much money. I mean,
But I
Not for.
don't think it's
Hold
about.
on. I should add this. I'm missing something. Hold on.
I know.
Prodigy.
I know. Prodigy's gonna say. Yeah,
So she also wants to be reinstated on the series.
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that.
You can't
Yeah,
force somebody to hire you. So
Yeah, there's that. But I think really what this is about is she and some of her cohorts, including I guess Elon, want to kind of have this be a movement thing in terms of
Exactly.
as many people as possible bogging down companies that had the audacity to say, you don't represent us, and we're going to let you go for views that are wildly bigoted and racist and homophobic and wrong.
well, I think what
Mhm.
they really want to do is maybe the reason why I put it so low is so that they would settle and just pay her the money, like I stupidly said. And they'd be like, "Oh, look, we won because they settled."
yeah.
But honestly, I now that I thought about
I
it,
agree
just
with her mistake.
yeah, take them to court and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Take them to
just-
court, teach them a lesson.
yeah.
Let them know that all these frivolous cases, because Disney knows if they settle, all these other actors and people that are behind the scenes that may have been let go are going to come with a shit ton of cases. Disney needs to put the hammer down, and be like, "Hey, we're going to let you know we ain't one to fuck with. Like,
It's
if you
not-
fuck up, you are let go." And if she broke contract, they're
It's
probably going to countersue.
And it's not just Disney that I think this is part of a larger fucking movement that they're trying to do. You let one little straw, and pretty soon it's going to break a camel's back in terms of how many there'll be. But it is what.
Mhm.
All right, guys, let's
Yeah,
wrap it
let's wrap it.
because it's late. And Chronos got to get up tomorrow.
I'm not gonna get up early though. It's okay. I'm driving up.
Oh, okay, driving up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Let's just a real quick wrap up for the week. Old Ninja, what you got?
Like I said, I'm probably gonna pick up Suicide Squad probably tomorrow, as Cronus is on the ride. I'm hoping that I need to double check. I'm pretty sure this is cross platform, so that way we can squad up and at least try some co-op at some point. Modern Warfare 3 Season 2 dropped today. I've been playing the new mode. It's actually really fucking crazy. It's actually really fun, and with more shit coming out. I've been trying to help out Prodigy and Stitch, but we've actually been missing each other's like time slots. So hopefully we can all get up and get all this shit done. And yeah, I'm gonna do some Modern Warfare this weekend. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, and yeah, that's about it for me. Oh, and SOP week it will start for me on Monday.
There you go. Blue, what you got, real quick?
Yo, I am so glad to be back on the fucking podcast. To be honest, like I've been missing every Wednesday. I'm just fucking sweating bullets. Like, God, I listen to the podcast. I'm like, I would have said this comment. I would have said this. I would have said that. Like it's so good to be back on the fucking podcast, just to give my opinion and make my fucking jokes and be able to say what I need to fucking say. And there's a lot of shit that I missed out that I wish I could have said, but I can't break up old shit. Like for example, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World animated series was so fucking dope, and like I slept on it just because I was like, this is just an animated version of the movie. I don't want to watch this shit. And then I was like, let me watch it again. I'm like, whoa, this is not the same fucking. This is not the fucking movie. This is its own fucking series, and like the I still think Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is the best comic book video game adaptation movie ever.
One of the top,
Hands
definitely
down.
one of the top three video game movies. Top
Nah,
three.
this is Blue's poignant. Bam.
Yeah, I know, but
Number one.
I'm agreeing. I'm putting it up to you. I'm trying to big you up there. Just.
But then I watched the movie before I read the comic book, and I still was like, yo, this is just a fucking movie. Anyways, I need to catch up on video game. Oh, as a big week, I'm super excited about that because it's probably been like 4 years since the last time I went to, or
It's been 4 years since I've been to one. So opening
Yeah,
gala has not been done in 4 years.
yeah, because there's pandemic happened and just shit went downhill. But every time we've gone, it's always been fun. I mean, there was that one where Party fucking disappeared.
You did.
Remember that shit? I remember that.
Oh, I heard about that.
But,
one. I wasn't there for that one.
That was a weird one because we're like man down, and like I was legit worried for his fucking life.
When we all know him by now. When he is down and out, he's down and out for like 3 days minimum.
You got to send a text though, man.
Yeah, he don't answer nobody back. You need to stop doing this.
You got children, man. You got children.
Yeah, at least say okay. If you at least say okay, then we'll leave you alone for a couple days.
I thought I died for a minute there, but go ahead.
I definitely think we're gonna live stream. We gotta figure out how to live stream somehow, like either on YouTube or
Twitch, dude.
TikTok,
We all have Twitch
TikTok.
on our phone. Live stream on
You can
Twitch.
live stream
Twitch.
from our phones. Just gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
Twitch
live
is
stream on
like
Twitch.
we need to give it the time. It's all about TikTok. But
No,
yeah,
not,
I
we're
need
not doing
to
TikTok.
TikTok. I need to catch up on movies and shows and video games. Like right now, I had a power failure earlier today, so like my PS4, PS5.
Sorry.
That's like reboot. So I got like the
Only old ninjas on the PS4. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
starting
got
to P4 because I'm actually having the same issues you have with the fucking the PSP thing or the
Wait,
portal, whatever.
You can
'Cause,
find
I'm
the
trying to get-
PS5.
No, I'm trying to get the Slim, not just the
Oh.
PS5. The Slim.
That's a
Buy
slim.
the old one.
Yeah,
There's
the
no
Slim.
reason to get the Slim.
The Slim has two. The Slim has a 2 terabyte internal, as well as like a detachable fucking
Save
drive
money,
plate,
buy yourself, install yourself. Anyway, so yeah, I've got to catch up on video games. There's a bunch of shows I gotta fucking watch. There's Upload. There's fucking I need to catch up on the one with the superheroes that just fuck people up on Amazon.
The Boys.
The boys.
The Boys. I catch up on The Boys. And the other one, the
Gen V.
what's it called? Huh?
Gen
Invincible.
V.
I need to catch up on I need
Oh,
to catch up on Gen
Invincible,
V.
yeah.
I need to catch up on Invincible. There's a lot of shit I need to catch up on. I'm definitely gonna be trying to do this weekend. My son Bash, his birthday's coming up soon, so we're trying to plan that all out. But
Right on.
hopefully this weekend we can go to. I was up in Sacramento
God,
last
that
week
blue.
for mom's to go visit my mom, and there's a train museum out there which I just happened to Google and come across. So we're hopefully be able to do that this weekend too. Which he loves trains, he loves cars, so hopefully get a kick out of that. We were going to go last week, but then it was just atmosphere river, so we couldn't really go. But
Yeah, I should.
we can do that this weekend.
You know what's fucked up is the train takes just as much time to get to Sacramento as it does to drive
No.
there.
We weren't going to take the train. We're going to go to the train museum. So they have like model trains and actual
I
like.
do both, so that way he gets a train experience.
Hey, I've really got to
Do the
pee,
train-
so we got to wrap this up, man. Like, if I step away now, it's gonna extend it. So
Go. Say your thing.
no. All right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in like hours. So that's all I got because I got to pee.
All right, use experience. Black and Bastion times Infinity. Check us out. BenHabberLux.com/BZMTI. There you go.